Fair enough. All right, we should be good to go. So I put my doctor actually excused the jury duty. I was supposed to do jury duty on Monday, and I'm thinking like, well, I'm fucked because I can barely walk. Like that's not going to work out. So I actually ordered and had like a walker coming in with the fucking one of those walkers that has like a chair built in.
Oh,
because I'm like, I can barely walk. There's no way I'm getting in fucking jury duty without one of those, man. I'm gonna have to fucking be the weird guy sitting in the corner in a walker, which has its upsides. But
indeed. You got the doctor's note and everything, huh?
Yep. The doctor said, "Oh yeah, no problem. We'll excuse." I genuinely did not expect that one. I figured they were going to say no. Did not expect that one. I figured they were going to say no. Did not expect that one. Oh, I'm doing the.
Do you actually get in trouble for not showing up in California?
That one. Yeah. Oh, I'm doing the.
Do you actually get in trouble for not showing up?
You can. There's like a fine.
There's
like a fine or a potential like jail time. They say. I mean, it says it on the notice, so I assume that's their threat. But the reality is, I cannot imagine that it would be worth the amount of money it would cost them to go after everybody who just never shows up for jury duty.
Yeah.
It might be one of those things where, but
can do that.
Also they call like a dozen times more people than they need for juries, right? And so depending on your number, you may never have even had to show up on any of those occasions. Right? Because like you get a jury notice and it says your juror number on it. I assume it's similar in Arizona.
Gotcha.
But yeah.
Yeah,
so
most likely.
What'll happen is you call the night before. Yeah, you either call the night before or you look on a website for the night before, and it'll tell you whether or not you need to show up for the next day. And then, depending on what number you have, you might not have to show up for the whole week that you're supposed to report. So, like, if you're lucky, your number is like, the right number that you just don't have to be there on any of the days. You get jury duty done, and you don't get it for like another year after that, whether you have to show up or not.
Gotcha.
If you do show up and you go in and you do like the process where they start the process of testing you out to be a jury, you get 3 years after that. Because it counts as though you actually served on a jury. Because if you serve on a jury, you're like excused from it for the next 3 or 5 years or something like that. But yeah, like the one time I went in and got to the voir dire process, it was clearly like just to scare the guy into like plea bargaining for his drunk driving infraction. And so, he saw, oh no, a lot of these people are really against drunk driving. I might not have a good chance. And so he, did the smart thing, which is to, plea bargain your way out of it. Because if it's a drunk driving thing, what are you going to prove? Like they have your blood alcohol level. They probably got you on some sort of video. You're fucking done, buddy. Like, there's really not much else to say. It'd be pretty hard to convince, 13 people that, nah, you weren't really drunk.
Yeah, especially this fucking video, goddamn.
Exactly. So that would just be an utter failure. The only hope you would have is that if the jury were all people who were like, fuck cops, I hate drunk driving tickets, it's dumb. And then you'd be like, fucked, because like they'd be all like, oh yeah, no,
yeah.
Well, we're gonna bust you now, buddy. So, yeah, you probably just never had to show up.
I remember, I remember Sticks talking about jury nullification, I think is what it's called.
Yeah, sometimes they nullify.
Where you're like, I don't even care if he's guilty. No. You're saying like you can be part of the jury and just be like, Yeah, no, I know he's clearly guilty by the law and by the evidence provided, but I'm still going to vote him not guilty because the law is fucking stupid.
Oh yeah, that can happen. Uh, uh, for instance, there's a recent case that was going on, and it's a case they keep trying to get through. Is the people that get arrested for like feeding the homeless?
Oh, right,
There's
right.
a lady in like I forget which state, but it's not California this time. I don't think this time. They're trying to fine her like $500 for handing out sandwiches next to a church that works as a shelter.
And no jury will ever convict her, basically.
Exactly. None of the juries agree that $500 is an acceptable punishment, so they all say no. It's dumb. And so she
I thought
hasn't been
500
convicted
pats
a
on the
single
back.
time.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, if the sentence is 500 pats on the back, I will vote her guilty.
yeah, exactly. My thing is well, the government should have anything to do with it. It's none of their fucking business. She's not selling anything. She doesn't require
Yeah.
a license. She, a
Yeah, it's
private
insane
party,
that they're
is
bothered.
engaging to gift another private party something. Well within her rights to do so, and nothing. The government really had no
Yeah.
business being involved whatsoever. Nobody's exchanging money. It's not
Why the
a
fuck would they be going after them?
transaction.
It's very
The
odd that they bother
excuse
going
that they
after them.
use is that it makes an area dangerous.
No, I understand that
Yeah.
they're coming up with bullshit. Like, I'm wondering what the real reason is. You know what I
Oh, the
mean?
real reason is, these people will like feed the homeless in places where like wealthy people have to walk around or do stuff or see,
Uh,
and they don't like it, so they
uh,
complain and whine and bitch
okay.
and moan, and then it becomes illegal to do it there. So or the
Okay. That makes sense.
churches a lot of times will complain about that one, because
Yeah, they
their
don't want
churches they
the
don't want
homeless
those
around either.
dirty homeless people hanging around.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. It makes more sense. I'm like, yeah, I know
yeah,
they're going to come up with a
it's
bullshit
total fucking
reason, but
nonsense. Yeah. But also, the churches make money by doing that shit. So, like, part of why
well,
people
yeah, you
donate to
don't.
churches is because they're like, oh, we give churches money, churches feed homeless, churches give them places to live. So they want it, associated with the church. So I wouldn't be at all surprised if part of it is just they're trying to, like, fucking get rid of the competition. Like, look, bitch,
Yeah,
you're making us look bad by
this
just
is our
giving away
turf.
sandwiches,
Churches serving essentially like organized crime. Like you're invading
Oh
their
yeah.
turf.
Well, a lot of churches are bullshit. Like there's genuinely
Oh
like
yeah.
community based churches where they're part of the community and they do help people, and they the money that's donated to the church maintains the priest and his wife, or whatever, like keeps those people, but also isn't being used by them for like luxury and other shit. It is actually going into
Yeah.
their community. There's probably a lot of those churches out there, but if the bigger churches that are part of like large networks usually operate similar to a business. They're making money. They're sending profit to the the head, the guys in charge of the church, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like a corrupt charity, basically.
Yeah.
That's how they kind of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and, yeah, tax exempt business, by the way.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, Frank, be right back.
So it's one of those things where it's like, they don't want that competition, because the better they look by handing out stuff, the more
Yeah, the
money
more
they get
money
donated.
comes.
Which is kind of fucked, man, if you
Yeah.
really think about it. Like, that you would actually fuck those people over out of a free meal, like the people, because there are people that genuinely do need help that are homeless. They're they're not the ones that are out begging for money. Those people are almost all on the take, but there are people that need help.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is you're basically greedy. That's why you're trying to get bitches like women like that arrested. It's because you want more money for yourself and fuck the homeless. Yeah, that's what's really disgusting about it. And well, Frank, stop.
But
Being a weirdo. Yeah, and again, I think that's what like a lot of like corrupt, about criminally minded people, why they've gotten involved with churches and fucking government and shit.
Yeah.
It's not to fucking serve the people. It's so they can get in, and it's a lot. You're a lot much more likely to get away with shit if you're part of the
Well,
government or
like
part
that
of the church structure.
the super corrupt mayor that everybody's talking about right now.
Oh yeah, yeah, Tiffany,
That's
whatever.
she's not like the exception. She's the rule. She's just really fucking bad
Yeah,
at it.
yeah. She
Like
got
they
too
all
greedy.
do it the same way she is. She's just taking way more money,
Yeah, yeah.
and
She
it's
got
just like
too
that
greedy.
anybody could ever afford. It's like crazy.
Yeah. And hers especially because it's such a small fucking town and township or whatever, and she's fucking managing to get millions of dollars out of them, dude. It's fucking insane. Like she just got too greedy, and too many people have noticed. Although she still has yet to be actually like fucking arrested for anything, right? I mean, it seems like it's on its way.
Yes, that's the part that's really fucking crazy if you think about it. Like that whole situation is, it's just like,
Yeah, she just
why
fucking
has
met
she
with
not
Joe
been
Biden.
arrested?
She just had a photo op with Joe Biden like a month ago.
Yep.
So yeah, it's fucking nuts, man. So yeah, most of the people now, it seems like, in the higher government positions or in churches, charities, whatever, are there to fucking scam shit.
Yep.
Yeah, the world's fucked up, man. Well, we've done that for a while. Oh, yeah. Oh, I just watched that video of the cop bitch that went in and just fucking like walked out with a box of fucking sneakers. It's just fucking blatantly walking out without
Yeah.
paying.
Oh yeah. Mind-blowingly
Yeah.
ridiculous. It's just absolutely absurd.
Like, there's no way she hasn't done that a bunch before. It seems like.
Oh yeah. Oh, she definitely has used her position to fucking rob stores prior to that. There's no way. Like, there's no way she didn't.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah,
one of
she
those
went
things that
in
was just like
uniform.
mind blowing. Like, you're in uniform, you have the fucking cop car in front of this building.
Yeah, I assume that's part of it because she figures they're going to be like, "Oh fuck, it's a cop. We can't arrest a cop, right? That's not possible, right?" Like, yeah, it turns out it is when you're breaking the fucking law, blatantly stealing fucking sneakers or whatever.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
just
that was fucking nuts.
boggles the mind that she was like, "Oh yeah, no, that's totally gonna work out for me."
Yeah, and honestly, just to kind of illustrate how fucked up the world has been in the last several years, I was kind of surprised that she lost her job.
Yeah,
I was actually a
I
little
would
surprised.
not have been at all shocked if they were like, "Oh yeah, no, she's totally cool. Like that's fine."
Yeah, some token. Yeah, I think I even commented on it. I'm like, yeah, well, Nate says it's a no-brainer that she lost her job, but is it? It's not a no-brainer to me.
Yeah, these
Again, I
days,
said the same thing.
it's
I'm
kind of
saying,
hard.
I would not have been surprised in the slightest. It would not have been surprising if they just gave her like some weird fucking, token slap on the wrist and let her keep her fucking job.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So the world still sucks. It's confirmed.
Yeah, don't worry, the world's not getting any better anytime soon. What are you thinking?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's the scary part. It's like, is it gonna get worse before it possibly gets better? Is it gonna get better?
Well, I was
Nobody
watching a
fucking
thing
knows.
earlier where they were
It doesn't
talking about
seem that
like Disney is like $1 billion in the hole, they think, for the amount of money that they've spent, like on the movies and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
actually, that's not nuts.
So that's pretty serious issue right there.
Yeah, and they still do the same nonsense that fucking. That's what's fascinating. Is like it's been roundly fucking rejected. Your DEI nonsense has been roundly fucking rejected by audiences, but they still keep doing it.
Yeah, that is the part that's
Yeah,
very
it's
odd.
fucking weird. It's like, okay, I don't even really mind. It's kind of silly to just fucking insist on race swapping and gender swapping characters. Like, that's fucking weird, but maybe, I don't know, at least tell a good fucking story
That's what
and
I
quit
really
focusing
want. You
on
know,
what
like at the end of the
fucking.
day, you know, like what was it I just watched? I don't know what studio did it, but I just watched the first of the new Dune movies, and I gotta say, pretty fucking awesome. You know,
Yeah,
like
I've heard
it was
really good
actually
things
pretty
about the.
good.
Yeah.
I very very much enjoyed it. I think it stayed very true to the original film, plus the what do you call them?
Yeah, the books.
The books. So, you know,
Yeah.
I can't imagine any complaints there. There's two of them
Yeah.
out now, so
Now,
you
and
can
then the
watch the
people.
second one if you want.
Yeah, fuck, are they? Yeah, I keep forgetting to figure out how to stream pirate movies, but yeah.
Movie 1, 2, 3.
I was like, I almost want to go and watch it in the theater. Like,
You,
I want to actually go for the theater for the first time in a fucking decade or whatever. Like, I kind of want to support this since it's actually good. Or people say it's really fucking good.
give them their
Get
due.
out of there. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I would say
Get out of there. Stop it. So yeah, I'll have to figure that out
it's
later.
you know probably would be really good on the big screen. It's pretty stellar graphics. I mean, they're not the best graphics I've ever seen in my life, but
Yeah.
pretty good special effects. You know, the worms are pretty fucking cool looking. All the costumes are great. I think it's as far as like the just the visual of it. The visual of it has definitely blown the first one out of the water. You know, just it's a whole better
Oh yeah,
thing. You know,
the one that was made early '80s. I would hope so. Jesus Christ.
well, these days you
Or do
never
you mean the
fucking
first
know. You
movie?
know what I mean? Like you can't
Yeah,
assume.
yeah, that is true.
But yeah, so like as far as that goes, it definitely blew it all out of the water. I thought, honestly, just really fun. I mean, I enjoyed the people doing this stuff and
Yeah, I
doing
think
the
the
acting. And it was all kind of good.
yeah, I think the only mild gripe anybody had was the fact that they didn't really explain like what the spice was, where it came from, like in great detail, and like why that kind of shit. But if that's the only thing you got to complain about, get out of there, leave it, fucking dog, stop it, no, leave it. I don't even know what you're after back there, but stop it. Oh, sorry. You're forgetting I'm fucking on the air. Yeah, well.
Oh, you know, hey,
But yeah, I guess that's
you gotta
pretty
tell
minor.
the dog when you gotta tell the dog stuff. I mean, to be fair.
Yeah. Yeah, it keeps going back to that spot. I don't even know what the fuck's over there. Yeah, all right. He seems to be distracted by other shit now. I think we're all right. Yeah. Oh yeah, the fact that the propaganda shit of trying to claim Trump's going to start World War III and a nuclear war.
That makes
like
me
even the
nervous
Democrats
because it's
aren't buying
like,
that.
yo, there's only one reason they're saying that.
Yeah, well, there could be many, but yeah, the Democrats especially do tend to accuse others of what they're planning on doing or are
Exactly.
doing.
That's why it made me
So,
nervous.
yeah.
I was like, that's sort of Nazi propaganda 101, and they are the closest thing to the Nazi party we've seen in decades. So it's a little concerning.
Yeah, yeah. Like, oh fuck, man, are they finally going through with their fucking remove 90% of the population thing?
Right, exactly. So many things to be
Yeah.
concerned about.
Yeah, because I would assume that would be their ideal situation. They're going to know when the nukes are coming, so they can get to, whatever secret bunker they have wherever. And, it's probably safer than fucking, like unleashing a plague or something where, they might actually get fucking sick and die too.
Yeah, you would
So,
think.
yeah.
I don't know. You think that'll stop them from fucking up everything? I don't think it will.
I think they'll fucking. The scary thing is, it does seem like that is the general plan. Like Bill Gates has probably convinced a bunch of fucking people around the world, like, hey, we could get along just fine, the entire world, with roughly 10% of the population we have now.
Well, the thing is, though, that's not true. I don't know why they seem to think that that's going to work out like some sort of magical thing. But
no, it's nuts, dude.
10% of the population isn't going to be able to do all the things that need to be done, like not to maintain society as we have it right now. Like that's
it's
silly.
fucking nuts.
Silly in like a really dangerous way, almost. To be fair, like honestly.
Yeah.
Because
I assume Bill Gates is like, I don't want to have to do anything. I got plenty of shit already. I can fucking I would love to be in a situation where I don't have to see living human beings for fucking long stretches.
Oh, well,
that seems
Bill
to kind of be his motivation.
He's like a fucking sick fuck, He was probably one of those people going out to Epstein's Island, I'm sure. I mean, look at all the businesses she shut down just because,
Yeah. He's like, I want more of a return on my investment. Yeah, you remember when he was getting investigated for all the antitrust shit he was constantly doing? And then he made a huge fucking... he started making huge donations to the Democratic Party, and they stopped investigating.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because for the longest time, he didn't fucking... Yeah, he didn't donate any of that this fucking ridiculous amount of money to any politicians or anything. And then they're like, oh, okay, well, we're gonna do it, or we're gonna come after you. Oh, come here. Over here. Fucking dog. Luke, come on. You're a really smart dog. You should be able to figure out how to not get fucking wound around a pillar.
Nah, he needs to be wound around the pillar. It's not nearly as frustrating to you if he isn't,
Yeah, that doesn't get him any attention. Not getting twisted around it. And that is the motivation for like 80% of his behavior. Is, hey, you're not paying attention to me, so pay attention to me.
Well, to be fair, you weren't paying attention.
Yeah, and he is a golden. I mean, that's right up there with food, air, and water as far as requirements.
Yeah, dogs, pets in general seem to really need that attention. They seem to thrive on it.
But yeah, especially fucking gold. Jesus Christ, dude. This can be pretty exhausting.
Yep. We had a...
but they're adorable. Good help.
What do you call it? We had a husky and a healer cross, which is an Australian sheep herding type dog.
Oh, gotcha.
And so I got to tell you, man, when it comes to dogs that clearly have all the energy in the world, like, huskies are right up there.
Yeah, they're pretty hyper, but it's a completely different energy than like a golden or a lab. Like Goldens and Labs are high energy, but it's somehow like a laid back kind of high energy. I don't know if that makes sense. But Huskies have that same energy, but they're more high strung or something. Am I making sense at all or not really?
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. Like they're a little more temperamental, maybe.
Yeah, and they're fucking just kind of tweaker-esque, I guess.
Tweaker-esque.
Yeah, like they're just high-strung, energetic, and Goldens are more like, again, plenty of energy, but it's, again, a little more laid back, I guess. Actually, I just saw a short the other day where the Husky is like trying to get them to play, and there's like 2 Goldens, and they're just like, dude, just fucking relax, buddy, because the Husky is just too much, man, even for the high energy of golden retrievers.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I'll see if I can find it.
The Huskies just way too much. Huskies, the part about Huskies that's the most obnoxious of all dogs, at least for me, is the fucking awful sounds they make.
Yeah, they do like a weird howly thing a lot, right?
Oh, constantly.
And their barks are kind of high pitched. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not real thrilled if you're not like getting stuff done on the right time frame, because they're pretty fucking smart. So it's very much a case of like, you know, there will be times when you're like, hey, fucking dog, I got to get this shit done. I'll feed you in like 10 minutes, you know, and then the dog is over there for like 10 fucking minutes.
It's like the high pitched. Yeah, I've definitely seen that. Oh, fuck.
Like I would take a pass on that one in the future. Like I would not own another Husky. Not that it wasn't, you know, not that she wasn't a great dog, but just fucking annoying. Like,
yeah. And again, a lot of Goldens, they don't bark a lot. They don't fucking howl a lot in general. Especially not compared to fucking Huskies. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah.
Luke, yeah, my grandpappy he barks and does that shit a little more than most Goldens, I think. But yeah, nothing like fucking how Huskies are. All right, there it was. The short I was talking about.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's funny because the one dog is the younger. The two Goldens. One's the first dog, the first Golden they got, and the second one is actually one of his kids. You know, when they bred him with whatever female Golden they bred him with. And the son is just, every time the Husky does anything, he's like, whoa, whoa, like he's all jumpy and shit. It's pretty crazy. But whatever.
You know, what are you gonna do?
And I was reading the comments because, again, I'm not that familiar with the Huskies. And they're like, yeah, no, the Husky wants to play with them. But again, the energy is just so different. Like, they're just kind of on different frequencies. So he's just freaking them out. And don't recognize that he's just trying to initiate play with them.
Oh, yeah. You gotta watch them fucking Huskies. The other thing is, one of the things they tell you when you have Huskies is like, do not teach them how to get you shit out of the fridge.
Oh yeah.
They're like, you will fucking regret if you teach them how to get into the fridge at all, because they will continue to get stuff out of the fridge, and you won't be able to stop them. And it'll be really fucking obnoxious and constant, because anytime they want a snack, well, shit, they already know where to get that. And like, oh no. So that one's kind of funny. I'm sure someone somewhere has made that particular mistake and just gone like, son of a bitch. I wish I hadn't done that.
That sounds like a terrible idea. Teaching any dog, really, how to get into the fridge. Yeah, that's a horrible idea.
There's a lot of people that do it. If you've ever watched like YouTube, man, there's a lot of people that are like, oh, I'm gonna teach the dog how to get me a beer or get me a soda or a fucking whatever,
wow.
you know, and it's just like, boy,
Yeah,
that's
no,
a
that's
plan there, buddy.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, no, I'm sure they're gonna do just the trick you taught them. After
Yep.
they know there's a shitload of food in there and they can go fucking grab something to eat anytime they want. Yeah, what could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, why would they ever consider, you know, being a problem for you there? No.
Like, oh, I'm bored and hungry. I feel like eating something, and I know how to get in the fridge. Bam. Yeah, that seems pretty short-sighted.
But you know, people gonna do what they're gonna do.
Indeed. Silly peoples. Oh, would you shut the hell up? Get over here.
Somebody
Shut
walking
up.
by.
I don't even know what he's fucking barking at. Hold on. What are you barking at? Look, what the fuck are you looking at? I don't see what the fuck you're barking at. Leave it, Poopy. Come on. Why you get all fucking floofed up, too? Calm down. Wait till they get in the yard. Hey, sit. Leave it alone, whatever you're looking for. Yeah, it gets fucking, I'm like, dude, at least wait till they fucking get in the yard or something, or at least on the driveway. But it's like shit that's across the street. Like there's like a cat across the street and he freaks out.
Oh wow. Oh
yeah.
well, you know it is a cat.
Yeah. They are kind of mortal enemies, I guess. Although I would be curious to know what the fuck he would do. Like if the cat actually came up to him, would he actually do anything, or would he just fucking start licking the cat? Yeah, I should probably not have him out front now that I think about it. Because when I have him in the side yard, he's fine. But I think he feels like he has to protect me. So when I'm out front, it's all open. There's no fences between him and everything else. I think he feels like he's got to keep an eye on shit for me. Yeah, it's the only time he just chills and just stares out into the fucking neighborhood. Look, do some plants or something. Do the plants. Get the plants. Oh, yeah, what else?
You see the Ghostbusters making the new Ghostbusters movie?
Oh, I didn't watch that trailer.
It's
Paul Rudd?
I'm sort of like torn on it, honestly, because it's like, yeah, they're making a new movie. It could be good. It could also be really bad. But it's in that new universe where they actually included the old Ghostbusters, and so I'm inclined to watch it no matter what at this point, because it's gonna have like Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd and the black guy. I can't remember the black Ghostbuster guy's name.
Like Carl Winslow or something like that.
Well, I remember his character name. I just don't remember the actor's name.
No, I thought it was Winslow, but no, I must have been thinking of his character name.
Yeah.
Fuck, what's that guy's name? Ernie Hudson.
Ernie Hudson. There you go. Yep.
I'm pretty sure.
Yep, you're right. No, that's definitely it. When you said it, I knew it. I was like, oh yeah, that's it.
Okay. I was confusing him with the guy from Police Academy and Ice Pirates. Speaking of Ice Pirates.
Oh yeah, that was a great flick. That was a
the guy that does all the sound effects. Wait.
Oh, maybe that's what you were thinking of.
Is that actually him, or am I confusing him?
I don't know.
I think that's the guy that was from the Police Academy movie. Yeah, I'm gonna double check it because again, I haven't seen Ice Pirates in a while. Robert Urich, Angelica Houston.
Pay that much
no,
attention.
It was a different guy, Michael D. Roberts. He's kind of like Carl Winslow, but no, it's definitely a different actor. Okay, Michael D. Roberts is the guy. Yeah, like I said, that's one of the few. I got a decent amount of DVDs back in the day, but yeah, Ice Pirates was definitely one of them. As soon as I
Yeah.
saw it, I'm like, "Yep, I'm getting that." Fucking love that movie as a kid. Does that one have cult classic status?
What? The Ice Pirates?
Ice Pirates.
I would assume so.
Yeah,
Like, I remember when I was a kid,
yeah, it's a pretty good movie.
I thought I'd never seen the movie before, but I remembered when they were doing the eunuch scene where they're all on a conveyor belt. I think I was like
Yeah, yeah,
a kid when I saw that, and I was just like, oh, I couldn't do it. I was like, no, this is too gross. Like, they're cutting parts of these guys off. That's fucking sick, and then change the channel. So I missed, like, that was all just a
yeah,
big fake out in the first place.
yeah, yeah.
But also, that
Yeah, I
made
like how
no
they had the
sense. That
robots
whole film made
actually
no
be
sense,
fearful.
but it was also fun at the same
Yeah,
time.
no, it's glorious. So, yeah, it was just a campy, fucking crazy movie. Yeah, the fact that they had the robots have personalities and be fucking cowards was really fucking funny
Yeah, oh, I love
to
that people
me.
would have the robots fight each other. Like, it wasn't even about
Right?
the robots fighting other people. It was just like, they got robots, and we gotta have robots to fight their robots, and then the robots just fought each other when the people all fought each other. So it wasn't even, it was like,
Yeah,
the robots sort of nullified each other. It was so funny. Because that's always how it seems like that sort of thing would actually work.
yeah. The robots are going to attack the other people and preferably not fight. Yeah,
Well,
each
no, the
other.
robots would have to fight robots in a war. Otherwise, it would just be over because people couldn't really fight robots the same as robots could fight people. You know what I mean? Like, people have
Yeah,
to sleep. They, if they get injured, they're, take a long, long time to recover. Like, if you cut off a robot's hand, they just take it into the shop and reattach a new hand, elbow, arm, whatever, they need to replace at that point. And it's back out in, like a few hours.
yeah. They're right back in the fight.
Yeah, whereas like a human who loses a hand is
Yeah,
just out of
yeah,
the fight forever.
yeah.
Um, what was it? I also watched. There's apparently a new Planet of the Apes saga film, and that one just seemed dumb. But I
Yeah.
always
Oh, okay.
wondered about the Planet of the Apes thing. It's like they're all fucking so mad because people kept them in cages. And let's be fair, the amount of monkeys versus the amount of free monkeys is pretty small. The amount of monkeys that people have in cages is an extremely small amount. Most monkeys live out in like the jungle or some shit, right? But they were
Yeah,
so mad
yeah.
about being in cages, so they would hunt humans. And I'm like, all right, that I get. How do they justify riding horses to do it? Wouldn't they be like, hey, we were treated like slave animals. Why do we treat these other animals like slave animals? That seems wrong. Like, you would think they would not be down with riding horses, but apparently
Yeah,
they're totally cool with it.
yeah, yeah. Kind of hypocritical by the newly evolved monkeys
I just think it's funny
to
because
subjugate another species.
at the time the original was written, people just rode horses in movies. So that's why the monkeys are riding horses. Like, that's the only
Right,
reason.
right.
It's just because, like, that's what you did in movies. They would just ride horses, and it was cool, and everybody liked seeing people on
Yeah,
horses in the movies. And so it's so funny that, like, that's why. And it's continued on. Because the other thing is, why would monkeys even want to ride horses? Unlike humans, monkeys can get around much faster.
yeah, yeah. It's not like they're fucking slow, but yeah, like as slow as people's.
I would imagine a monkey's endurance is similar to, if not greater than that of a
Yeah, pretty
horse's.
good.
Like, their
Yeah,
musculature is
and it's
totally
kind of
different
weird.
than ours, so.
Yeah, yeah. Although in the remakes, well, I don't know. I don't really remember the original now that I think about it. I know I've seen them, but it was probably like when I was very young. the last time I watched any of the actual originals.
Oh yeah.
But they like enslaved people in all the movies, right? Like
I never watched any of
the
the originals, and I've only seen like parts of the first one that's like out now, the series that's out now.
yeah. Yeah, like the remakes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were subjugating the people and making them work as servants and shit.
Yeah.
The humans. So I guess it's not that odd that they would also be hypocritical about enslaving horses as well.
Oh yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, I mean, if they're already getting people, there's no reason. Yeah, no reason they wouldn't also get horses. Horses are kind of mild at that point. It's not even like a spicy thing. Oh, did you see what they did to her though? They all went down to go arrest her together, like the police chief and several other police officers. And then they drove her back to put her in jail in her own car, in uniform.
Yeah.
I did like the comments that were saying, like, oh, she should be elected mayor.
Oh, fuck. Well, now that she's got a criminal record, apparently that's one of the prerequisites for becoming mayor of a small town somewhere.
Yeah.
Because, that Tiffany super mayor bitch definitely had a record. Definitely had a criminal record before they decided to elect her mayor.
Yeah, that's the part that kind of blew my mind, is like nobody thought, yeah, hey, maybe we shouldn't elect a fucking car thief? Yeah,
and again, the town's predominantly black, right? Like, it's not like it's a bunch of white people that got white guilted into electing her.
Yeah, I don't understand that one. That one didn't make any sense to me.
I gotta imagine at this point that they're like calling the FBI and fucking whoever to be like, look, can you fucking do something? We can't seem to get rid of this bitch.
Well, that is what they're doing. They're asking the FBI, like, specifically, like, hey, can you please start investigating her?
They're like, a black woman? No. You've not been paying attention to what's been going on?
Supposedly, I don't know for sure if this is the case or not. Supposedly, the FBI is investigating her currently.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be surprised. Again, like I said, especially if it is a predominantly black town or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, no, we're black too, and we want her gone. We don't care that she's black. We don't care that she's a woman.
Well, you got to remember, as much as they did vote for her. As much as they did vote for her, they also voted to recall her.
Yeah, and she got it thrown out. And Jesus Christ, that is fucking nuts. Actually, do you remember the reason that the judge threw out the recall?
Because she paid him a bunch of money when no one was looking?
Yeah, probably. But he had to give
the real reason? I don't
know
the real reason. That's my guess.
Yeah, no, that's the real reason. Almost certainly. I'm saying, what did he claim was the reason?
Oh, it was something about, like, the way people signed the document was inappropriate. Like
yeah,
the way the signatures were collected was some sort of like problem or something. It just, none of it made any sense.
Yeah, so he just made up some bullshit.
Yeah, right. It really didn't make any sense. Like if you paid attention to the whole thing, it was like, but what? Like that doesn't seem reasonable to me.
Yeah, like who gives a fuck? Clearly, a good chunk of the population wanted her gone. A majority, it would seem.
Yeah. Oh, definitely, man. A lot of people wanted her out of there. But, you know, what are you going to do? Like, if the, you know, like, she owned the police.
Yeah, she was definitely paying a lot of fucking overtime that was clearly not worked to key police officers.
Yep.
Probably all of them. Can't be that many in a town that size. So.
I don't know. That is a good question, though. Like, how many of them were on the take? Because, like, I'm of the opinion, like, those officers get fired. Like they're definitely not. You don't keep those guys working in your city. Like,
yeah, they're obviously corrupted. Yeah.
Like, they've demonstrated that they're not fit to be cops. Like, beyond the shadow of any doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, just because it was technically paid to them, technically as part of their alleged salary, instead of, like, you know, getting handed bag thing, like the old days, like the old corrupt cops.
Oh yeah, like, there's better ways to do it. That's for sure. You know?
Yeah, it seems like it's even more blatant. Like, you're leaving a paper trail of the ridiculous amount of hours you're giving somebody. Like, essentially, they had what, 12 hours out of the fucking entire pay period they want on the clock.
Yep. More time in some cases than was actually, like, possible to work. Like,
yeah, it's pretty blatant.
The whole thing was just fucking bonkers.
In a 380 hour pay period, you worked 427 hours. You're a super cop, sir. Clearly.
Smartest police on the planet. The whole planet. Smartest coppers ever made. Oh, man.
Take that down. All right.
Sorry, I had a big ass fucking yawn there for a while. Just going. It was like, can't talk. Somebody put out a nice video about how, like, people aren't buying into the whole Trump thing anymore. Like, he's like the devil and all that shit. People are starting to wake up a little bit more, which is nice. But like, I don't know. I mean, Trump might be the only option that's reasonable. Like no sane person would pick anyone else. But man, I really wish there was a third choice. Like, Ramaswamy, I would have taken that guy.
Yeah, Rand Paul would be nice.
Oh yeah, I'd go for Rand Paul for sure, 100%. 100%. If it was Trump, what's Patrick Ewing? I'm assuming if Obama's wife runs, Patrick Ewing will be in the race. And then there's also the Crypt Keeper, the Crypt Keeper child molester. That guy, yeah. Out of those three, it'd be pretty easy to pick Ramaswamy.
Yeah.
Or Rand Paul,
but sadly,
sure.
No.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Both of them are the kind of guys who are like, look, we need to stop spending money. We need to stop blowing it all on a bunch of bullshit and stop, shut down all these superfluous programs where money is just being thrown away. Like, essentially, there's probably like half the government's budget is just being thrown in a fucking hole. It's just...
Yeah, well, just think about how much we've sent to Ukraine is an insane amount, dude.
And that kind of stuff needs to stop too. Like, why are we giving money to Ukraine in the first place? Like, what was the fucking reason?
Yeah. Other than Biden fucking owed them from the shit they were doing with his son when he was vice president.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure there was a phone call where they were like, "Yo, we have evidence of all the shit you were involved in, buddy. Like, we have recordings, we have copies of all the letters and the electronic documents and everything like that."
Yeah, yeah. Well, plus you got Biden literally with no shame talking to the press, saying that how he was withholding money back when he was vice president until they took the fucking dude off the case
Yeah.
that was investigating his son.
Yeah.
Like he fucking, and again, that's not back when he was senile, or at least not as senile as he is now.
Or at least he's claiming
So very
to be.
comfortable.
I think this is. I think this is a bullshit. I don't think he's senile. Not to the level they're making it seem like. I think he's doing it because, like that mafia guy who was pretending to be crazy. You know what I mean?
All right. Yeah, or kind of like probably what Reagan was doing at the end there, towards the end of his presidency.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where they were like, oh, yeah, this guy, he's too crazy to stand trial. Oh, yeah. It looks like I'm actually excused from the jury's duty.
Nice.
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, so I was at one point, I was registered as a Democrat, and now I'm registered as a Republican. So now I get fucking all the texts from both sides begging me for fucking money.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't give any of these motherfuckers my number. So my registration for whatever party must have just decided that I wanted them all to have my phone number. Not real fucking thrilled about that.
Yeah, actually, I just got a text from Nikki Haley, or her campaign or whatever. I assume I'm still registered as a Democrat, if it's what I registered when I was 18 or whatever. Because I definitely haven't fucked with any of that shit since. So yeah, it'd be interesting to know why the fuck. Yeah. Although this was my dad's number, so, and he was definitely Republican, so that's probably why.
Probably. Yeah, I was worried my jury duty would go back and be for the 30th because she said he's excused till at least the 30th of May. But it looks like they just cleared it out entirely. They're like, yeah, you're done. So I might get another letter in May, but at least I'll have time to fucking keep working towards being able to like walk around and get shit done, you know.
Yeah, actually, back I got a jury duty notice when right after my back when I was working construction in my early 20s.
Yeah.
And I basically got an excuse for that, which was fairly temporary, but I didn't get another jury notice for like 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so I don't know if they thought that was like
crazy for 20 years.
Yeah, I assume they just saw the note about my bad back or whatever.
Yep. All I did was send them a thing that said, "Hey, I am temporarily. I have limited mobility temporarily, so I am unable to do jury duty at this time." And then I included my doctor's note that said he's excused until blah blah blah. And they just took it all the way off. So I assume that means I'm done. I don't know. I'm gonna keep an eye out and see if it comes back or something. I don't know, but we'll see. I kind of wonder if they're even gonna look at the doctor's note, because there was also a place where you could upload like your note from your doctor.
All right.
So. Should be
interesting.
interesting.
See what happens.
Yeah, I mean, so far it seems like I'm good to go, but you never know. You never want to take that shit for granted, at least in my opinion. Like, it's not a good plan.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I should probably have dealt with mine, but whatever. It's been a while. Several years.
I don't think you have anything to worry about. And, I'll tell you why. Again,
Yeah,
the amount of money they'd have to spend to come after you is nowhere near the amount of money they'd get coming after you.
And considering how many people, how many other people actually blow it off as well, like it would be like, why are you singling me out?
Yep, pretty much. That's exactly what I'm thinking.
You know what I mean? Why aren't you going after the thousands upon thousands of other people that also ignored your fucking summons?
Exactly.
It's like, if you don't come after every single person, you're kind of like asking for yeah, that would be my thing. I'd be like, if you're did you do this to everybody that missed? And if so, why not? Why am I being why me and not all the others?
That's a good question. That would actually be a really good question. You would, you'd have to. That'd be a tough one to answer for them, I would imagine.
Yeah, I don't know if they would just claim that it's totally random. And like, oh no, we're going to get to those people too.
Yeah. But that is actually one of those things that's like a valid sort of thing you could use in court, where it's like, but you don't go after any of the other people, so why are they free to go and I'm being singled out here?
Yeah, is it because I'm a white man? Is that why?
Yeah, it's totally because you're a white dude.
Like, oh fuck. Yeah, like, oh fuck, it is. Damn it, he figured it out. You can't go after women or minorities now. White men are the only ones who are allowed to, persecute nowadays. So, all right, let them go.
You got to persecute everybody, equally. It's really important.
Yeah.
That no one be left out of the discrimination these days.
Yeah, equal opportunity discrimination, very important.
I mean, where would the world be without the proper discrimination?
That's a pretty good oxymoronic statement, term.
Oh, yeah.
Discrimination by its very nature can't really be equal opportunity. If it's equal opportunity, it's not discrimination. Yeah, sorry. I just thought that's true, and I'm like, wait a minute. If it's discrimination, it can't be. It's equal opportunity, it's not discrimination. Okay, I think I've expressed the point properly. Probably shut up now.
I mean, I was waiting to see where it went.
Yeah, no, that's it. I'm just repeating myself. That's all that's happening here. But I do kind of like the term. I kind of want to use it somewhere. So keep that in mind. This seems like equal opportunity discrimination to me, man. Just to see how people react to it.
Yeah, damn it. I want to be discriminated against too.
Yeah, bullshit.
Leave me out of this
now you're only discriminating against white men. It's unfair. Discriminated against us again too. We miss the attention. Us minorities and women.
I want to be discriminated against. I think that would be a lot of fun. Let's discriminate against me.
This is persecution. They're persecuting me. Dude, that's funny. Dude, that's the fucking. You probably didn't watch it, and it didn't matter. But that fucking televangelist guy calls himself the Apostle David Taylor.
Oh no.
He says persecute, and he's been in court, so it could be either persecute or prosecute that is fucking up. Like,
but how disturbing is
pretty
it that
equally
somebody
likely.
who's official, like an official lawyer, is that fucking bafflingly hard to understand?
Well, no, he's just a. Nah, he's not a lawyer.
Oh, okay. I thought
he's
that was
just a fucking televangelist.
Oh,
no, the
Hold
televangelist guy.
on a sec.
Yeah, no worries.
Who's my pills? My pills. Oh. Gotta get my fucking blood pressure pills.
Oh, that's no fun.
Yeah, it's not even like a good one. It was. I agree. It's kind of lame.
Yeah.
It's not my new walker.
Not yet, no.
I'm gonna be an old man with a walker. I bought like a $200 one. It has like a fucking like a holder on it. Like you can, so it's like got like a little box built in that you can what do you call it? Oh, I'm trying to think.
Sit on, put things
in. Yeah, like a little box to put things in. It's also got like a cane holder. Like there's a place where if you're using a cane, you can put your cane into the thing and then use that. I thought that was pretty fucking funny.
Nice.
But it's like a cup holder as well, because that's not like it's one of those things where you're like, what the fuck is going on here? Why did somebody over-engineer this absurdly simple idea into so wacky of a fucking thing? Like,
yeah, they're like, all right, how much shit can we cram into this thing? That is pretty fucking awesome, though, I guess.
Yeah, it's definitely a weird one.
But if it works, I guess.
Yep. 100%.
Indeed.
Alright, that was weird. I'm playing this unpacking game.
Unpacking?
It's literally what you think it is. You literally, you're it's a room where you have like boxes, and then you put the stuff in the boxes away. And then you pack
so
up the
is
stuff.
It one of those that's is it one that's oddly satisfying, like the Power Wash game?
It is. It's very like everything's been put away. It's where it belongs. This is nice. It's very pleasant.
Get up your toy. Interesting.
Yep.
Sorry, trying to keep
that's
Puppy
one
entertained.
term for it.
Ooh, excuse me. All right.
What
else is happening in the world today? Oh, I didn't get to watch the bacon one. the alleged right way to cook bacon
Oh, I don't know
that you
what the right way
posted?
to cook bacon is. That's a good question.
No, you posted a fucking video, dude. Back on the 27th,
Oh,
two
how
days
long ago
ago.
did I post this video? The
Posted a
27th.
video. Yeah, the title of the video you posted
Oh, because the
said
guy
the
fucking double sous vide. So, okay, this is fucking weird, right?
right
He
way to
takes
cook
the
bacon,
package of
and the word
bacon
right.
from the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
store
All
and he
right, you with me
immediately
now?
sous vides the fucking thing. Yeah, that is like, it was like, what the fuck are you doing? It's already cooked that far, like that way. Like, technically
Yeah,
they've smoked it, but odds are it was more like sous videing than any other way. But like, you're not going to change anything
yeah.
to do with
Okay.
the bacon's texture or flavor by doing that. You're literally just making it hot, and then you're gonna like cook it after
Yeah,
that
that's fucking
again. And it's
weird.
like, it was just one of those things where it was like, this is the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. Also, why would the packaging that the bacon comes in be safe to
Oleg.
sous vide? Like, he doesn't put it in a new package,
Yeah.
like a proper bag for sous videing. It's just whatever plastic they fucking pack it in at the grocery
Right.
store. So you're like, well, that seems unsafe. You know, like that plastic, who knows what sort of weird chemicals are just leached into your food.
Yeah, yeah.
The only thing I could think that you could possibly do is render some of the water and the fat out of the meat so that it ends up being like,
Right.
yeah, so that it ends up being like a little drier. Which, I don't know, maybe that would change, like, maybe make it crispier, but honestly, like, I can't imagine how, because crispiness is just
Get that fuck.
how long you fry the bacon is how crispy the bacon is. It doesn't make any difference, like, you know, how where you're starting at, because it's where you finish that makes the crispy determination. That was just a weird one, because I
Yeah,
was like, I don't know if you've ever
yeah.
seen, but there's a lot of weird recipes online that are just absolutely not true. Where you like look at it and you're like,
Mm,
that's not, that wouldn't work at all. Like, you know, the ones where they're like, you take and you know, you drink half a carton of milk and you got all this extra milk, and what are you going to do? You're out of cereal. You can't just drink milk. That'd be silly. You know? So you got to do is you got
yeah,
to
that's
take like a handful of chocolate chips and a couple of carrots and dump them in there, and then mix it all up, and it's going to turn into chocolate jello inside of it. It'll be like a chocolate jelly jello thing. And you see that all the time, like weird shit like that, and you're like, none of that makes any sense. Like, how would it gelatinize at all? Like, that just doesn't make any sense. You know, like if there was half a cup of chocolate chips into a quarter of a gallon of milk. There's no way that's going to solidify.
yeah. I was trying to think. I'm like,
And the carrots have no purpose in there whatsoever. And
yeah. I was like, is there
you didn't
something
even cut them up.
carrots?
You didn't even cut them up or like put them through a blender. They're just whole
Yeah.
carrots. Like this. One of the ones I saw that I thought was pretty funny more recently was
No, I was wondering if there was some kind of.
some what?
Go
Oh,
ahead.
you
Go ahead.
cut off. Oh, I thought you broke.
Go ahead. No, I was saying I was wondering if carrots. Yeah, I was wondering if carrots had some kind of gelatinous part in them that I was
No.
unaware of. But even if they did, if you're throwing them in fucking whole,
Yeah.
it doesn't seem like that would work.
These recipes are awful. A lot of them are also for like microwave cakes. A lot of fake microwave cake recipes out there that if you actually did them would just end up with a bunch of burnt shit in a cup. Like it's not going to work. It's not going to turn into a cake. The one I saw recently that I thought was particularly entertaining was they take pieces of bread and they get a circular cookie cutter thing and they cut out, you know, it goes just to the edges of the bread. So they cut out the middle of the bread so all the crusts are gone and you're left with a circle of the inside of a normal piece of sandwich bread. So then they take the circle of sandwich bread and they squish it really far out with a roller. and then they dip it in egg, and they dip it in breadcrumbs, and they throw it in hot oil to deep fry it. And it puffs up like a balloon and turns into a totally different kind of bread. Miraculously.
Right.
Which they cut in half and use to make like sandwiches or something, like pita sandwiches or some shit. And you're like, how the fuck did like, that doesn't even look like the original sandwich bread after it would have been fried at all. Like, this is clearly an entirely different kind of bread. Like, you just took a pocket, like a pita bread from a store and threw it in there, and it puffed up because, you know, it was so weird.
Yeah, it seems like a bunch of unnecessary steps.
Well, and also things that wouldn't work. Like, you can't take sandwich bread and turn it into pocket bread. Like, it just doesn't work that way. Like, if you've ever had the
I was thinking
Uncrustables...
Oh, yeah.
They take two pieces of bread and they seal it around the edges, and even that shit doesn't always work very well. Like, there's no way one piece of bread is going to turn into two, you know, into a balloon like that. That was just classic.
So they're just doing a bunch of weird shit, and they're like, oh, yeah, no, look.
And some of the shit they recommend is actually dangerous. Like, some of the recipes, like where they microwave water for like 3 or 4 minutes, and you're like, that's a bad plan. Because, you know, you microwave water too long, it gets super heated, and it's super dangerous. The next thing that touches it, it'll just poof into steam and explode all over the place.
That's very fucking...
There's also things where they'll microwave, like, eggs and stuff, and you're like, oh, nope, that's also, like, the water, it's gonna fucking explode. Like, it's not a good idea to microwave an egg. You don't do that, please.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that seems... Dude, it seems like, there seems to be a lot of shit online that people are doing, like, as a troll to get you to fuck something up.
Well, what it is...
Which is really
they're just making things to get people to watch them. 99% of the people out there will never try these recipes. They just watch them because it's fun. It's like a 30-second or a minute and a half video. There's a nice bland music in the background, and it just kills time for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's basically just like, oh wow, that sounds crazy. I got to see what this. And then you're like, oh yeah, that's really. I'm never going to do it, but you have already watched the video at that point, so their mission is accomplished, kind of thing.
Exactly.
Of getting you to watch their nonsense. Yeah. No, it's like the fucking the thing I tried with the window on the car. They're like, yeah, no, you put duct tape on there, you put a little bit, you can pull it down. And it's like, if you pull it down, you're breaking through shit and fucking shit up in your fucking door. But they'll do it with somebody on the inside hidden and whatever, to where they can hit the fucking down button on the fucking window when you pretend to pull on it. It's like, who the fuck is that for? Like, why the fuck are you doing... That's got to be a fucking troll.
Yeah.
That specifically.
Oh, I get a whole year from jury duty, so they won't summon me for at least another year.
Nice.
I got an email from it.
Good shit.
I'm pretty happy, yeah. Because I was not looking forward to trying to get through there with my knee fucked up. My knee is actually pretty decent right now. It's maybe like just a little bit of pain here and there. I still kind of need the cane. I can't quite put my weight on it right now. Maybe in another couple of weeks I'll be able to. So I'm being really careful and babying it. I don't want to go too far and make it flare up again and start fucking me up again, like hurting real bad. So it's like, you know, I'm really happy that I'm not going to have to try it again at like 5:30 or something. May 30th. Yeah.
Right on. That's good shit. Dude, the fucking... Oh, yeah. I posted it a couple days ago. That fucking pastor that was basically talking about how if he was on a jury and a girl was wearing shorts and got raped, he wouldn't fucking convict him. That was fucking creepy.
Yeah, that is weird. Well, any sort of religious thing is generally going to end up being kind of creepy sooner or later. There's not a lot of way to avoid that.
Watch how many women show. Yeah. But yeah, what the fuck, man? I was like, okay, just from wearing shorts, you'd be okay. Dared to appear in shorts in public. Like, that's a... And again, makes me think he has done some fucked up shit and, like, probably guilted his fucking victims into fucking not turning him in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. That one's disturbing, dude. Yeah, that's the thing that bugs me about, like, the religious people, where they're making claims about, well, if I wasn't fucking whatever religion, yeah, I would have fucking raped and killed people. And I'm like, really? Like, if that's true, please don't ever stop believing in it, whatever your fucking dumb horse shit is.
For sure.
For society's sake.
For sure.
If you really believe that the only reason you're not constantly assaulting, killing, and raping people is because of your religion.
Yeah.
If you need any help to continue to believe, let me know.
Leave me out of this, because I'm not really inclined to see where that goes.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, nobody talk this guy out of it. Do not argue against religion. That is the only reason he's not wreaking havoc on fucking society.
Right? Yeah. Well, the ones that really piss me off, the preachers that are like, don't go to the doctor, send me your money, I'll heal you with faith, and you'll get like 1,000 times your money back.
Yeah, no, the David Taylor guy, the guy that called David Taylor. Yeah, he has literally said exactly that. He has literally said, why would you send your money to a doctor or a hospital when you can send that to me?
Those are the worst. Or they'll be like, don't go to an attorney, send me the money, I'll solve your legal problems. But they're going to solve your problems with faith. And it's like, fuck you, buddy. Like, that's not fucking cool.
Yeah.
There's a lot of really gullible motherfuckers out there who genuinely think the invisible man in the sky can solve all their problems.
Yeah, the prosperity preachers are like, you send us $1,000 and it will come back to you tenfold. So yeah, prosperity preaching is really fucked up. And then they'll have
like, 4 or 5 like fucking weird looking creepy people that are like, I won the lottery after I sent him $1,000. God bless you.
Yeah.
And all that kind of shit.
Yeah, they're fucking paid shills. It worked for me. Send all your money.
Speaking of shills, what about JonTron and fucking Temu? That was kind of lame.
God, dude. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I watched
free money, but fuck, man.
The video was essentially all about Temu too. Like that last, that's the worst part. It's like the Y-Files. They were sponsored by Temu, but they just did their short little skit that they normally do for whoever their sponsor is.
That's why I stopped watching all the theory channels.
Did a fucking whole video. Yeah, he did a whole video about just Temu shit.
Yeah, like, there's like the food theory and the film theory and the game theory, and they're all like the same guy, Matt Pat. I don't know if you've ever seen him. Well, he's retiring too soon, but like. They did a video where it was all about Temu, and I was like, I'm fucking done. And then they followed that up with a video obviously being paid by the fast food companies to shill for the new system of ordering where it's a kiosk and they remove people from the process of ordering your food.
Yeah.
And so it's like, oh, you know what? I'm fucking done. You're obviously just a shill for whatever fucking company pays you enough. I'm out. Because I like when people look into, different things to do with, like, corporations or companies or review products honestly or talk about issues that everybody has and ways to, like, solve them that are actually things that they tried out. But not if it's obviously just this guy gets paid a bunch of money from various different companies to make videos promoting their product or stuff like that. And he does it sneakily, making it look like it's just an idea I had. You know, I'm not a fan of that. So I'm like,
Yeah,
no more, no
yeah,
more, no more. Even if he's gone and they're gonna have other people take over, done with the theory videos. It's too much
yeah, yeah.
bullshit.
And I was looking through the comments like on the JonTron one, and there's a lot of them that are like, yeah, Tico's a fucking Chinese fucking scam. What the fuck are you doing? Like, there's a
Well,
lot of those
Donut Operator
comments.
has that fucking company he's always advertising for that's blatant fucking scam. The auction site where
Oh,
it's
does he?
like you have to pay for like all the bids you made put together, not just the highest
Oh,
bid,
shoot.
and that's how they fuck you
Yes,
out of a
yes.
bunch of money. It's because you're like, oh,
Okay, yeah,
I'll pay $10. Oh no, somebody offered 11. Well, I'll pay 12. And then somebody offers 13, and
yeah,
I guarantee there's nobody else offering money most of the time. And then you offer 14, and then you owe like
yeah,
30 some odd dollars, and you're like, well, how do I owe 30 some odd dollars? I won the bid at $14. Like,
yeah. You got to
it's
pay the
meant to rip
10 and the
people off.
12 and the 14. Yeah.
Yeah, their business model is get as many new customers as possible because you won't get repeat ones.
Hmm.
And
Yeah,
hopefully, if
yeah,
anybody out there who I obviously nobody's listening to me, but if you did get fucking caught up in that scam and they fucking took a bunch of money from your credit card, just go refute the charges. Go call
yeah,
your bank and
yeah.
say like I fucking refute the charges. Send back their shit. There's really
Yeah,
nothing they're
like
gonna
they
be
did
able to
not
do
make
about
it
it, and be
clear.
like, nah, dude, this was a scam, and I'm not gonna fucking pay you money. So you can rescind your thing.
Yeah, I was definitely. What the fuck?
Oh, apparently Baldur's Gate is starting to go woke. The
Mm.
developers for the company that
You mean
makes
more
it.
than Bearsick?
Huh?
Yeah, of course. Of
Yeah,
course. Seems inevitable.
yeah, apparently more and more of the people that work there are just going more and more woke. And so like, they might be making some
Yeah,
changes to the game
company.
that are dumb, and so it's like, glad I already played through it while it was good.
Yeah. I think that are you familiar with the company, the Sweet Baby Company or whatever, the one that always manages to get consulting on all these fucking games, that is literally going in to make sure nothing's offensive. Well,
Oh, aren't
mostly
they the
just to
ones that
them.
made changes to the new Final Fantasy thing?
They've done it. Yeah, I don't know if that one specifically, but that's their model: is they go in and take out any find offensive and tell them not to do it. Or take out the chick with the nice tits. She can't have tits or ass. Get rid of that.
Yeah.
Or fucking, there's not enough minorities in your game.
There was a scene
So.
in
But
apparently
yeah,
the
it's the
because
same
there's
thing as.
a Final Fantasy VII remake that's
Brad.
being
Brad.
put out in 3 parts. And the first part's already been out for a
Mm,
while, been out for a few years, and they're putting out the second part right now. I think they had a group of people that went in and went through the old game, and they added like T-shirts on a couple of the characters to like make it so that they didn't have cleavage because they were too young. And it's like they're video game characters. It wasn't an excessive amount of cleavage. It wasn't like a really sexual thing. It was just like what people would normally wear.
yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, teenagers
Yeah.
wear
Yeah.
fucking shirts with cleavage now. Like, that's just how it is. It's pretty common.
Yeah. Mm.
But it's not
Yeah.
like
So it's
it's not
similar to
like
that. It's similar to
sexual
what
cleavage. It's
fucking.
just like a low cut top. So it was just like, all right, that's weird. Like, it wasn't weird until you made it weird.
Yeah.
You fucking gross people.
But yeah, it's similar to like what Anita Sarkeesian would try to do back in the day. Like, hey, you guys better hire me as a consultant. You better hire a firm as a consultant if you don't want to
Oh
be
yeah,
bad.
yeah. Or you're gonna get in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of nonsense.
Yeah, so it's just a slightly different version of that shit. And yeah, I put together, I'm like, you know what, I want to come up with a slogan for these people. Something along the lines of, do you want to spend more money to make less money?
Yeah.
Hire us.
Well,
We will ensure
that
that you
doesn't
pay
seem
us
to
a bunch of
stop
money
anyone.
and you sell
That's
less product. So pay us a bunch of money and you will sell less product.
That's the part that's so
Yeah,
weird.
it's fucking retarded.
It doesn't stop any of these companies. They keep doing it.
Yeah,
and you gotta
nobody
wonder
even
at a
actually
certain point, like,
plays the
how are
fucking
you
game.
justifying this to the people that you work for?
Yeah, and again, the people that complain about this shit don't buy your fucking games anyway.
Yeah,
or your
true.
comic books, or your fucking whatever, dude. Yeah, that's the fucking truly fucking fascinating thing. It's like you're bowing to the pressure from people that don't buy your products anyway, whose whole business model is just bitching about you.
Damn.
Until you pay them money to shut up.
Oh, I didn't get to watch
also
the
ruin your
hairy
games so you make even
fish.
more money.
Before the first tetrapods appeared.
The what?
The weird hairy fish thing that
The
you
what
posted. It's like a fish with a bunch of weird tentacles on it and shit.
Oh, that's some kind of octopus.
Oh, okay, weird.
Yeah, that's like I'm pretty. Oh no, there's a species that might not have been one, but I think it was. Yeah, it's a bunch of fucking animals that don't seem to be from this planet. Let's see, what was it? Yeah, octopuses, ants, seahorses, and dragonflies. It was just how odd all those fucking types of creatures are.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, octopuses are pretty goddamn fucking smart for a fucking...
Oh, yeah, like they can solve puzzles and shit like that. Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, they can open up, like, twist jars, and, you know what I mean? Like, they figure out how to twist open jars and shit like that.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's all it was. Oh, that was a clip. Okay, yeah. Alright, yeah, I sent a clip of just, that specific one was, the clip that I put on this, it was like the shark-looking thing. Like the head, it looked like it had a very shark-like head and body, but then it also had arms and legs. Like there were arms coming out of like almost its chin, like where a chin would be. Yeah, that's just. Yeah, I think I posted the whole thing too, but initially I put a clip of showing.
Well, apparently Matt Walsh said, like, made a statement about The Little Mermaid where he was like, it should just be like a tail and a skull floating because, you know, fish skin usually is translucent. Like, you don't actually see the skin of most fishes. Like, you see scales and you see the muscle inside through the skin, but most fish are translucent. So if the Little Mermaid was real and they wanted to make it like, you know, real, then it should be see-through skin.
Yeah, nice to see Matt Walsh attacking them, you know.
Well, I thought it was a fair point to how fucking nightmarish some of the shit under the water is.
Right.
Just like it's all fucking nightmare land. Once you go below the surface of the water, you just don't want to be there, man.
Yeah, the deeper you go, the crazier shit gets.
Exactly.
Basically, in general, anyway.
In a bad way, no less.
Yeah, like anglerfish. Yeah, anglerfish are pretty fucking crazy. Like, it attracts the fish. And then it's just a gigantic, like,
fucking
like
light on my
90%
head.
teeth and jaws.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, that makes sense if you think about it,
dude.
because getting the fish to come over is part of the problem. But if there's any chance at all that they can escape once they've come over too close, that's bad.
Yeah, I gotta look it up because I think I remember anglerfish. Like they have these gigantic, like they don't have much of a body, just like that fucking weird lure thing, and then like gigantic fucking mouth and fucking jagged teeth, and then not much of a body. So
I always wonder, like, what the inside of their stomach is made of, because you're eating things that have like a mouth and teeth sometimes. So, like, couldn't they potentially, burrow their way back out, or do they just suffocate too quick or something?
Yeah, not sure. But yeah, it's like not much of a body, man. Especially you see how big their fucking mouth and teeth are.
Oh yeah. Well, like what was it? I saw a recent video where some guy was pulling a fish out of the water off his like fishing hook, and as they got it out over the land, one fish dropped off, and there was another fish inside of it that it had just tried to eat as the fish that it was eating bit the hook. So they caught both of them. But like the part that was wacky was like they looked about the same fucking size, and I'm just like, how the fuck did that one eat that one? Because like that's like its entire body, you know, like crazy.
All right, I didn't mean to share all that fucking long ass wall of text apparently for the link. I thought it was just sharing the picture, but like that's not much of a body for how big that fucking mouth is. It seems to me. I'm like, where does it digest anything? Jesus Christ!
Oh yeah.
I don't think that's an actual. But yeah, it seems like.
Oh, you linked your Google search to it somehow.
Yeah, here's another one. Like, where's her? Oh, Jesus. Okay, I see. All right.
Yeah, here's it's like 50% head and like 50% body.
Hopefully this doesn't share all that crazy shit. But yeah, look how small that body. Yeah, it's like that's a huge mouth for such a short body, right?
It looks like it shouldn't be real, even though it is. Like it looks like it should be a puppet, like a fake thing you see in a TV show that's just like a scary monster, you know?
Yeah, it's like how is there a digestion system in there anywhere? I mean, obviously it works. Obviously it exists. But yeah, you're like, what the fuck, man? Where's the stomach to fit whatever goes in that gigantic fucking mouth? All right. I think I want to become an anglerfish conspiracy theorist. There's no way these animals actually exist. It's all big, whatever company would be in charge of that. Whatever big fake fucking industry.
Big seafood.
Is that a real picture? That can't be real. This has got to be a fucking ZBrush. Okay, yeah, okay. No, there's. I got to show you this picture. I do not believe this is real. You know, the place is called ZBrush Central, so I assume this is not a real picture. The fuck? That fucking thing. But I'll post it. Because that's nuts. Yeah, that's pretty fucking crazy looking.
Could be real, could be fake.
It's gigantic fucking eyeballs. Gigantic fucking teeth.
I see why you're.
Yeah, it's called ZBrush Central, so I assume that's an artistic.
Yeah, makes sense.
All right. I don't know what that's.
You know what? I think
pictures. But yeah, that's the thing. The real ones.
Just because it's a little too symmetrical. Like the real ones are just so fucking weird that they all look funky and lopsided, where that one actually looks like aesthetically pleasing for what it is. Like the mouth is about a third, then there's the head is 2/3, and then the body's under. Like it looks too perfectly put together.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. That's a lot of teeth. Yeah.
Trying to think, there was some other stuff in there, but now I gotta scroll all the way back up. Ghostbusters, the Robot Chicken thing. Oh, you know, it's funny you posted the Willy Wonka thing from Robot Chicken. Did you watch the video about the Wonka fucking thing, the Wonka event?
Yeah, apparently something weird happened where they. shut down, kind of, and they.
You remember how sad DashCon looked, right? You remember DashCon?
Yeah,
the one for.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This was even worse than DashCon.
For Tumblr.
So apparently, a group of people took money or paid for the show a chance to do a Willy Wonka themed event because of the new movie that came out with Hugh, what's his name? Not Jackson. He's the effeminate British Hugh. They get caught with a prostitute.
Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant. Yeah. He's playing the Munchkin guys, and then there's just a bunch of creepy, weird people playing all the other roles, and it's just a terrible movie, terrible fucking film. Don't watch it. But they that came out recently, so somebody wanted to have a Willy Wonka event in Germany, and so it was like put in this big warehouse, and if you watch the video, some of the pictures are just like fucking ridiculous. Like there's like instead of having any sort of theme, the place where you get to eat is like just a cafeteria with like a small bouncy house in the corner that looks like the kind you'd rent if you were like, having a neighborhood barbecue or something.
For a kid's birthday. Yeah, a kid's birthday party.
Yeah, so it's not even like a really big bouncy house. It's a really fucking small, cheapy one. Which would be great for a fucking neighborhood barbecue or a kid's birthday, sure. But for like an official event for Willy Wonka, why is there a bounce house, number one? But number two, if there is going to be a bounce house, why is it not massive? Or
and
candy
edible.
themed or something to do with Willy Wonka. Like there was like one lady that looked like a methed out fucking hobo that they put in a fucking orange face and a green wig with like some white overalls. Oh god, she just looked so unhappy to be there, and I'm sure she was unhappy because everybody wanted their money back. And supposedly they're gonna give everybody their money back because they opened the first day. And the reception was so fucking awful from all the people that went through because it was like advertised as a 45-minute to an hour-long event that you would go see. And people were like, we walked through it in 5 minutes. There was nothing to look at.
Mm-hmm. So, I thought the people that were supposed to work there are like, we had all these scripts that we had to practice for like a month. And then the day before, they're like, just add it in.
I guarantee.
Yeah, they didn't get the licensing.
No. I think I know what happened. Company wants to put on a thing. They go and talk to this other company. That company's like, all right, we're going to hire a consultant. He's going to come in, or we're going to hire a guy who's going to run the whole thing because it's a big, event for this big company, and they want to do all this cool shit. So they give him all the money, and he's like, oh yeah, I got it all planned out. Everything's going to work. We got people practicing lines. And then he just takes a whole big chunk of that money, puts on almost no show whatsoever, and he just fucking books it the fuck out of Dodge. Mm-hmm. This is my guess. I'm thinking they got ripped off by somebody who said that they were doing all this cool shit, and it never happened. He just pocketed the cash and fucking ran.
With all the money.
Yeah, he just got to pocket the cash and try to run if he hasn't already taken off, or she could be a chick too, not necessarily a dude. Event planning is
so you think, I totally got the licensing from Willy Wonka. Everything's all good.
Yeah, and then so I think that's what happened. Yeah, is they paid for all the cool shit, and none of the cool shit was there. So they apparently were also under the impression that there would be a couple of celebrities there, and there weren't.
Mm. That's fucking crazy.
Oh, apparently the Google company lost $70 billion in their market value after the AI chatbot thing.
Yeah. Oh, the one that like okayed or signed off on child abuse or something?
Yep.
Jesus, dude. Well, I guess it's progress.
Their stock went $70 billion cheaper. That's pretty major fucking issue.
Yeah. I go again. Usually the AI, quickly gets around to talking about taking over for humanity and wiping humanity. So I guess that's progress.
Well, the funny thing is, I think that's because they trained them. They trained them by just putting them online and letting anybody talk to it. So there's just a bunch of fucking trolls who are going in and teaching it to do that over and over and over. Like they couldn't stop people from doing it. So like, of course, the robot's going to think that because that's what it was trained on.
Yeah. Again, this has been going on. Do you remember Tay from like several years ago? Was the same kind of thing, I think, from Microsoft. And yeah, they turned Tay into like a white supremacist in like 2 hours. Or like less than a day. I don't know, it was 2 hours.
It was fast.
Very quickly. It was very quickly that Tay got turned into a fucking white supremacist, dude. It was fucking hilarious. Like, what did you expect? Why would you trust the internet with anything like that?
Yeah, no, I don't understand either. Makes no goddamn sense. Yeah,
it's like, how is anybody not that aware of what the internet is going to do with something like that? Like, that was what happened, and that is, again, if you ask anybody who is vaguely familiar with the internet, that would have been like 90% of people's prediction would be exactly what happened. Like, we could have all fucking told you that it was going to work out in that way.
What was the Ghostbuster lady? The Leslie something or other, the black chick that everybody was making fun of and saying she was like a gorilla or something?
Oh, yeah, Leslie Jones.
Calling her a Harambe and shit.
No.
Like, that was her mistake, was she challenged the internet.
Yeah.
Like, they started in on her, and she was like, oh, yeah, fuck you, I can do better than you. And it was like, oh, no, that's not the right choice.
God damn it.
Like, why would you
not
do that? Like, you couldn't have made a worse decision, ma'am.
Yeah, you could. That couldn't have turned out worse if you had challenged 4chan and Kiwi Farms directly.
Yeah, it was just such a bad plan. It's like, no, that's not how the internet works. Should they be harassing you? No. Is what they're saying mean? Yes. That's not going to stop it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of edgy people on the internet. A lot of edgy trolls on the internet.
Yeah, they have all day long and absolutely nothing to do. Like, you're not going to win this fight, buddy.
Yeah, it's a very odd thing to do. Very odd choice to make. Yeah, I'm gonna take on the internet. I'm gonna fucking win against the collective fucking edginess and autism of fucking internet.
Yep. Always a good plan. Go against the internet. The internet never wins.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think that's the mistake they make. Is you have to fucking you have to envision the internet as like a super organism, dude. You know what I mean? Like, it's like a collective fucking super organism with all the possible autism, all the fucking edginess. Like, that's kind of how you have to envision it if you're going to fucking try to take it on in any way. Because that's how it functions.
Don't try to take on the internet. It's just the general.
Yeah, exactly. Follow. Yeah.
Because if you're one person,
you gotta be ready for it.
As 4chan has said many, many times, we are Legion.
Yeah.
Like you're never gonna win on that one because there's just so many more of them than you, and it's never gonna get better. Like, that's never gonna change. Impossible.
Yeah, you cannot win.
Not against everybody. That's the problem.
Yeah. Maybe you can eke out a fucking draw, but that's incredibly unlikely. You're gonna lose, and you're gonna lose that.
It's like, maybe if you were in the audience at a comedy show, and everybody was like, "Oh, this guy is fucking stinky. He's terrible. Why would anybody ever watch this guy's fucking stuff?" And you know, you make fun of him, like, unless the whole audience is on your side, you're fucking done.
Yeah. It's like trying to win back a fucking hostile crowd. Except the crowd is, again, hundreds of thousands of people, basically.
Yep. It is sad. So sad.
An entire, it's like trying to having a college football stadium full of a fucking just hostile crowd. And you're like, nah, no, I'm gonna win them over by being an asshole.
Like Bill Burr is the exception where he was so funny, even while he was fucking just dressing that crowd to the foot down, like he was giving them what for. That they were just like incapable of not laughing at least a little bit once in a while.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, and then the funny thing about that is I don't think he was just shit talking him, and it's just his nature to say shit that's going to end up being funny. I think he was genuinely pissed, and being funny was not his primary goal. He was just talking shit. But his nature of talking shit is so goddamn funny that it fucking worked and made it legendary.
Yeah. He was very obviously not. What do you call it? Not doing that for fun. No, he wasn't doing that for the laughs.
Yeah. He was. I mean, he was definitely pissed. But the only question to me is, was he actually funny, or just that he was pissed, and the shit that came out of his mouth just happened to be funny? Because I think that's what happened.
I think just the shit. That's what I'm saying is that he's so incredibly funny that even though he wasn't trying to be funny, he was literally just being insulting. He's just so naturally funny that the audience laughed. Like they couldn't help themselves.
Yeah.
That's like the rare exception, though. Yeah. Is what I'm saying. It's like once you've lost that audience,
that is the way to do it.
Done.
Because there were plenty of people, especially the further on he got, that start to fucking cheer him. He actually did turn that crowd around.
Some of those people were like, God damn, he just keep going.
Yeah, they were cheering, man. There was at least a good chunk of them. Like some of them, and most of them are probably still pissed. But yeah, there were plenty of people that were cheering him on, dude. Which is fucking, that was fucking epic, dude. That was so fucking epic. Fucking Boo Damarera, you fucking scumbags. Hope your fucking Eagles never win another Super Bowl. Yeah. That's definitely fucking an all-time great. Whatever category you put that in.
Yeah, it's
probably number one.
Pretty epic.
Indeed. Yeah, Jesus. Let me erase that. I don't think that's a real picture anyway. Okay. Yeah. Is that Paul Rudd that's going to be in the Ghostbusters movie? Is that who's driving in that fucking thumbnail? Okay. Alright. I like Paul Rudd, for the most part.
The movie that they made wasn't bad. Like it wasn't the one with the 4 chicks. It was the other one. So it was kind of it was like all right. This is a pretty decent movie, you know.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Like the Ghostbusters, what was it, 2016 or whatever? Yeah, the one that had so many women in it that are again normally at least kind of funny, but it was horrible. Still, because again, it seemed like the focus was not making a good being funny or even it was just look at all the women we fucking crammed in here.
Yeah, I think there was maybe in the entire film one fucking thing that made me giggle. And it was like Leslie doing some really like street-like humor, and you were like, "Oh, that's fucking awkward."
Yeah, the oh hell no shit. Oh hell no.
Yeah,
like the stereotypical black chick shit.
It was pretty funny. It was like, "Oh, that's kind of risky, don't y'all think?"
Oh shit! I didn't get to watch the one about the basketball team quitting, but it was the girls' basketball team that quit after the alleged trans woman was injured like 3 fucking girls.
Yeah, they were like, we can't keep doing this. Like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah. That's what fucking really bugs me about the whole ideology thing. I'm like, just think critically a tiny bit. You fucking have to understand this isn't going to work.
Yeah, you would think.
Yeah, either make them compete as whatever they were. Actually, no, it'd be kind of unfair for women. No, never mind. Yeah, make them compete as what they're fucking born as. Because even a woman becoming a man, I'm like, oh, they'll have testosterone in that. But I'm like, they're still women. They're still biological women. So they're not going to fucking do well, even with a bunch of testosterone or whatever. So yeah, either create a fucking trans division. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which would be nothing but trans women. Which would, you know what I mean? You could have them both come in,
Yeah.
but it's going to be nothing but trans women. It's going to be dudes, claiming to be women.
Oh, of course.
And maybe some legit ones too. But
yeah.
It'll end up being it'll end up being essentially the JV. Like you have the varsity, which are the best of the men, and then the next group down, it's going to be trans women. It's going to be the guys that weren't quite good enough to make the varsity team.
And then somewhere, maybe way at the bottom, is going to be the women.
Yeah. That would be the hierarchy.
They just can't compete with men on athletic basis. It's just not real. Like, you just can't.
Yeah. Yeah, the hierarchy would be, again, men. Biological men competing as biological men.
Yeah.
The next one down would be trans women.
Like
biological men.
Serena Williams versus
women.
Me at tennis. Serena Williams is going to waste me. But, if you go to the local fucking country club or the rich people area, there's probably half a dozen dudes there that could beat her,
Yeah,
casual
she wouldn't be able to beat anyone. Yeah, she would get destroyed by any man in the top 100 rankings easily, and probably way further down which she acknowledged back in the day. I'm surprised they don't fucking, go back and retro cancel her for saying that Andy Roddick would fucking destroy her.
I'm
if
I
great against
remember
women,
correctly,
but he would destroy me.
One of the Williams sisters played in a game against a guy and got fucking handled.
Yeah, well, I don't remember that, but yeah, I would.
There was I've seen video of it. I'm pretty sure because I saw a thing where they were. It was what's his name? The bad boy of tennis. I'm not a big tennis guy, so I don't remember his name really well.
McEnroe, probably.
McEnroe. He was the one who was saying like. Serena Williams would lose against like the 1000th seed, like the 1000th best fucking male tennis player, and they were like, "Oh, were you gonna apologize?" And he's like, "No, because it's true." He's like, "It's just the reality. It's not about people feeling good or bad about what I said. This is a factual statement. It's not. It's if you're hurt by it, then you're an idiot because it's nothing to do with you." You know what I mean? Like the lady essentially that was trying to like take offense for everybody. It's just one of those things like, it's just a statement of fact. I don't understand why people are hurt by these things. It's like, it doesn't make them less of a woman.
It's odd.
They're not going to win. Like, there's a lot of stuff women are better at than men. Like, we have our roles.
Yeah, no. It's weird that they view it as sexist somehow to acknowledge reality. Yeah, I was searching for it, and one of the first headline that came up was Venus and Serena Williams to 203rd ranked male tennis player.
Oh, is that one? Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know what the rest of it is. The man who beat Venus and Serena back to back, apparently they beat one and then beat the other. Some German guy who's ranked 203rd. Again, it's what you'd expect. Yeah, no, that's why I was like, I remember seeing a clip where Alexi Lalas, who was one of the U.S. men's players on the soccer team, was like, I know that the women are ranked number one in the world. The U.S. women are ranked number one in the world. The men's never is. Our soccer teams are always are pretty much always, not that good. I mean, better than most countries, but there's at least a dozen countries at any one time that are better. Anyways. Yeah, he was like, he points that out, and then some bitch that was on the women's team was like, "No, that's not true. They're the best in the world. They would beat the men." And I'm like, "What the fuck, man?" Like she actually was saying it, like she really believed it. And I was like, "Did you not see where the fucking under 15 men's team, so boys, fucking destroyed the U.S. women's team?"
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking dude. Yeah, and again, not even the under. Yeah, that's right. It wasn't even the under 15 like national team. It was the under 15 like club team for like the team in Dallas. So it wasn't even like an all-star, national team. They got fucking destroyed by 15-year-olds.
Yep. It's crazy. It
And then
makes no sense that you would even like try to argue otherwise.
yeah, it's very odd. That's really, again, like, dude, just a little fucking critical thinking would let you know how ridiculous that fucking concept is. And if you look at Venus and Serena Williams, they're fucking buff bitches, dude. Like, dude, they're fucking muscular and fucking. Again,
Oh
as far as
man.
women go, they're pretty fucking yoked.
It's an inability to accept
Yeah,
the physical reality we live in. So like, I'm trying to think
yeah,
of a good way
yeah.
of explaining it. That I was thinking of here was I saw a video recently where this lady was in the video talking about how her son identifies as a cat, and she was very upset that when she took her son to the vet refused to treat her son. And it's like, I wish I knew
God.
if that was fake or real, because it's impossible to tell anymore.
Yeah, like, are you that delusional? Yeah, no, it's as absurd as the world has gotten. You don't know. Like, that's totally plausible that a fucking woman would be that delusional. Like, well, my son thinks so naturally, I should take him to the vet. He's a cat.
Yeah,
And
like that would be a normal, acceptable thing to do with your child.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, if it's true, like, what the fuck did you expect the vet to do?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
it's
so
nuts, dude.
sad because you hope it's not true. Like, you genuinely hope it's not true. But you don't know. Like, these days, you don't
Yeah.
know. Like, is there a kid out there who's just
What
like,
up?
miserably unhappy, thinking he's a cat and going to the vet and mad that he can't fucking see the vet, and his mom is fucking harassing the man on the phone or the woman on the phone the whole time? Like,
Yeah.
oh man. Hey, I gotta hit the bathroom real quick. I will be back in a minute, if that's
Okay.
cool.
All right, man. No worries.
I mean, there's nobody watching, so I think we'll
I'll
be
check out.
fine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'll sing while you're gone, dude. All right. So yeah, I'm looking up the. Oh fuck! It's Vox. I don't want to see that. No, I'm looking for something else. I'm not going to Vox. But yeah, McEnroe is way retired, way fucking old, and apparently he beat Serena Williams. So I'm trying to look that up. Let's see, McEnroe, Williams, tennis. Let's see what we got. God damn it. So I want to find a source other than fucking Vox for something. Sport Bible. Come on. Wait, did he actually play her? God damn it. All right. Nah, never mind. I don't think they actually played. God damn it. Okay, that was the fake one. All right, so I'll look up the German. Apparently, some German guy ranked 203rd in the world. Played the sisters, Serena and Venus, back to back and beat them both. So that's pretty telling. That's probably enough of that. Go back and look through the Discord, see if there's anything else. Don't know about that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Somehow I'd made it this far in life without ever hearing a butthole referred to as a balloon knot, which is fucking great. So there's that. The Amazing Jonathan. I watched a video on that. The fucking documentary. I like that guy. He's dead, unfortunately. Oh, fuck. I think we talked about this last week, but yeah. Apparently a judge presiding over a case was sleeping with the prosecutor during a murder trial, which is fucking fascinating. And again, it's one of those things you're like, wow, I wish I was surprised by this at this point. But there's nothing that can really happen nowadays that's actually surprising. Yes. Let's see if there's anything more recent. Because I think we talked about all that shit last week. Not that anybody's listening anyway, but whatever. Okay, talked about that. Yeah, not much. The corrupt mayor. Okay. Yeah. Oh, there's that one he was talking about. Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Nobody. I don't know. Zach. I don't know if anybody. How many people are actually familiar with Zach and me? But he's a comedian. He's with like Luis J. Gomez's Gas Digital thing. Really funny dude. And Bruce Valanche was in the Ice Pirates movie, and I basically have said that Zach has to be one of Bruce Valanche's kids because it just sounds a lot like a big fat dude like him. That's my theory. Bam. Woke teacher. Oh, fuck. I didn't like this one. I didn't watch this one. And then it says, woke teacher cries hate crime after getting reported for... I don't know what that's for. I'll have to stab you when it gets bad. We'll skip that. All right. Nope. All right, now I'm going through my fucking feed. Nothing on our Discord. Let's see what YouTube's got to say. Shit, is anybody even watching? I didn't even check. Nobody usually does, so my apologies if anyone. And we didn't notice because we're not used to that kind of thing. The fucking live feed. Let's see how far down I have to scroll. I'm about 20 down, and there we go. Finally, this live stream pops up. All right, let's see if anybody's actually watching. What's up, poopers? What's wrong, poops? You doing all right? You bored, puppy? No, take your iTunes, okay? Poor puppy. He's very bored. Yep, nobody's watching. That's what I figured. Yeah. Okay, let's go back. Oh, shit, that's right. Cheryl Swoops, who made some stupid comments about the Caitlin Clark, the white white women's basketball player from Iowa. And she caught some backlash for whatever reason. Oh, she was saying because she got extra season that she shouldn't be able to get the record for the most points scored in college, women's college basketball. And when they brought it up, she's like, yeah, they said I was being racist. And she actually pulled out the old, it's impossible to be racist against white people line.
Oh, no.
I'm like, I know people claim that, but Yeah.
That line is.
Oh yeah, did you hear any of that?
Obnoxious. I just heard the tail end, the impossible to be racist against white people bit.
Yeah, it shows who was like one of the best basketball players ever, or whatever. Anyways, the chick, there's the chick that plays at Iowa, some white chick, and she's like, again, initially she was saying like, wait, she shouldn't be able to get the record because she got an extra year to play because of COVID or whatever. And I'm like, that's fine. But again, I guess apparently somebody accused of her being racist, so she busted that out. That fucking bullshit line.
Oh, you can't be racist against white.
Yeah, you can't be racist against white people because, power or privilege or whatever fucking nonsense. Yeah, which that is the claim. And yeah, my response is always, my go-to response is usually like, okay, I want fucking a kid born to a single white mother, white kid, on welfare, drug addicted, that kind of thing. Compare that white child, to Will Smith's kids.
Yeah, I don't think that child's going to get a recording career just because because.
Yeah.
Totally not because of their
the
father.
White kid born to the. Yeah. You think white kids got a chance at being in the next Karate Kid movie like his fucking kid was? Like Will's kid was? Yeah.
No, that's
so
weird.
Again, it's obviously an extreme example, but it's got nothing to do with fucking skin color, and it's more about fucking class.
Yep, it's all about money. The money you have
or
is what makes
rich,
the difference.
That kind of shit. Yeah. So yeah, it's a ridiculous claim, but I'd never seen I'd seen people claim it like online and shit, and it was always stupid, but I'm like, wow, this bitch like on a fucking, sports channel or whatever actually tried to make that fucking claim. I'm like, wow.
Yep.
I guess it's kind of good, kind of brought up attention to it, because I don't think a lot of people are aware of that very odd redefinition of what racism is.
Yeah.
Where they fucking no, it's not just because of a person's ethnicity or skin color. It's also power, privilege, whatever.
Yeah, it's weird that they try to add stuff in because they're wrong unless they add like qualifiers that make no sense.
Yeah. It's that's a big thing about what any kind of authoritarian regime or mindset does. It's propaganda, essentially. Like, no, you're going to just redefine what these words mean to fit your fucking narrative.
Oh yeah, every
so we got to throw power.
It's obnoxious.
Yeah, we're going to throw power and privilege in, and ignore the fact that again, the kids of rich black people have far more power and privilege than the kids of poor white people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, but again, that's propaganda gets you. They'll redefine their terms to suit their fucking narrative, man.
Well, and a lot of what's going on right now that's going wrong is because people can't accept the reality. Like that's a big problem right now because if they can't accept just general reality, it's like a normal, like this is just how things work in the world. Like there's no real debate to be had. Like gravity is gravity, that kind of thing. Like the problem that you run into is that eventually, like, there's things that it doesn't matter how you define them. There's no way you can get around it.
Yeah, it's just not. It's not going to work. Yeah.
But
then they'll just ignore it. They'll be like, I'm not going to give you any reasons. No, that you're wrong. You're just
my
wrong.
favorite is there's
I know acknowledging
chick with the karaoke group that's super left wing, but she's actually like one of the very few people who's like, I'll have a conversation with you about whatever, like, and not like fucking block you on everything and call you the devil and tell you you're evil and all that kind of shit.
Right.
So she's like actually like tolerable, but to a certain extent, because she's kind of fucking dumb. Like she's the person who is like, what? Read a book? Pfft, who does that? Like. So with a grain of salt, as far as like her intelligence is obviously very low.
Yeah. Being so proudly ignorant is fucking or
mind blowing, is it?
dismissive of something like that. I can't reading a book. What? Can you try to gain knowledge from a book? That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, like as if
That's
that's some
you
sort
know what
of
I mean? Like,
weird
that's an
thing.
insane idea. Yeah. That kind of being that dismissive. Fucking books, really? Yeah, that's fucking nuts.
She exploded with
But again,
laughter, like book. Like, read me. I was like, oh my god, that's. Why would
like,
you
I think
say
we're done
that
here.
out loud? Like, I'm just like, I'm baffled that you would ever admit to being like that fucking dumb. Like, just mind numbing. But it was one of those things where like her favorite thing is, oh well, you know, that's not true. But I'm not gonna deal with it now. I don't have time to go into that with you right now.
Yeah, I'm
like,
just gonna.
I've got plenty of time. How about we take the time right now? I'm good to go right now. How about that? You know, like, because I know exactly what I'm talking about,
start.
and I'm more than happy to have the conversation right this minute, and we can go through everything right now without any questions. No problem.
Yeah, don't worry. You can tap out if you run out of. Let's go ahead and discuss what we can.
That's what the by and large the what do you call them? The race realists, I think it was the race realists that I debated did. Was they eventually just ran out of things to counter anything that I said because there was no counter.
Right.
And that was when it was over.
Yeah, didn't you fucking debate Millennial Woke at one point years ago?
I was supposed to debate him, but it was a bait and switch where he said I was going to debate him, and then he what do you call it? Where you
he moderated
the debate. Sorry, I couldn't think of the term moderator. He moderated the debate instead, and he also kind of tried to help the guy out, but I fucking demolished him.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like it was hard to demolish though, because his arguments were so fucking dumb.
Yeah, it's stupid ideas. Yeah.
Like, oh, black people are dumb, and it's like, no. Number one, that's not how brains work. Dumb fuck.
Right.
Otherwise, whales would be the smartest thing on the planet, and we'd be retards comparatively.
Yeah.
Like that's you don't see that being the case, so maybe you ought to not fucking. Say stupid shit quite that easily.
Yeah, I never understood why it even matters if one group has like a higher IQ overall. Like, we're still individuals, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, regardless of how intelligent or stupid. I think that was one of the ones that Satan put forth when he was talking to one of those people online, where he was like, even if what you say is true, if you still take like the top 100 smartest people in the planet, there's still going to be at least one or two black people in that 100 people.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to just suddenly like not be represented at all. Like,
get over here. Come on. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, it's not like the fucking your skin color like gave you bonus IQ points at birth. Like, it's just an average of a group of people. It doesn't make anyone, automatically smarter, dude. It's fucking ridiculous.
The whole concept was absurd. It was one of those things where it was like,
who fucking cares?
Yeah, but it was it was fun arguing with the people. The debate was interesting. I do have to say, having actually had several conversations with Millennial Woes, the guy is a really nice guy, and he did a very excellent and fair job of moderating the debate. Because I did not come off as a loser in that debate, because I literally did my homework, and I'm like, no, what makes the difference between an intelligent brain and an unintelligent brain is the number of folds in the gray matter. The more room for neurons and the more connections that neurons can make, the more intelligence the brain is capable of generating, essentially, if that's the way you want to look at it. And the other guy just had absolutely nothing other than dumb statistics.
Yeah. Like I said, the whole fucking race realism for whatever race is fucking retarded. It's like, okay, Asian people have the highest IQ overall. Does that mean there's not any dumb fucking Asians? There's plenty of dumb Asians, I'm sure. Or white people, or fucking whoever.
Yeah.
So who fucking cares what the average is? We're all still individuals.
Yep. The whole thing was silly.
And, just people wanting to feel better about themselves for
pretty much.
Any bullshit.
It really comes down to you feel lesser than, or you feel like you're owed something or something like that. You know, it really is not a lot of.
You want to feel superior to other people.
Yeah.
You want to feel superior to other people. It's, pretty solid, a pretty strong drive in a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a fair point.
So I mean, people just want to feel like they're better. And they'll find any bullshit fucking reason that they themselves out or why it's. Yeah. It would be like, I'm a dumbass, but white people overall are really smart, so.
Yeah, I've never understood the concept of this one guy on who happens to share the same skin color as I do is super smart, so that makes me better. Because all right, like you're not him though, bro. Like,
you have zero connection to him other than sharing a similar skin tone.
Yeah, other than that, exactly. It's like you're not. You're not winning because of that guy's actions. Like, that's not going to help you. Yeah, that whole debate is just dumb. I kind of like, it's one of those things like just a waste of time.
Yeah. It's silly.
But the fun part is,
and again, the need
that there's no end of people that fall for that shit and get into it. Like the flat earthers, there's always going to be people to make fun of in that world.
Yeah, that's I don't know, it's kind of depressing because there are people that aren't really that, like, they're fairly intelligent. And they're wasting their time on this fucking stupid flat Earth shit, man.
Oh,
it's very weird.
Yeah, the flat Earth shit is always fucking hilarious.
I'm like, why? Do they actually give globe? Like, what reason? I've heard people actually say that it's like some weird globe manufactured conspiracy. I'm like, no, come on. That can't be the real reason you think that they're fucking lying to us.
They literally, I've heard people say that. They, like, actually think there's some sort of, like, conspiracy amongst the people that make globes.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, there's no way that fucking, dude, that's so fucking funny. It's kind of scary, but, like, you gotta come up with a better reason, dude.
You would think.
They're going to try to convince everybody on the planet that it's round just because globe manufacturers.
The globists are fucking
that is
taking you for a ride.
Those globalists. Yeah, it's a very absurd claim to make. But again, I guess that's due to the fact that that's the best they can do. Because who the fuck else would be trying to trick everyone on the planet?
Yeah, I always wonder, like, a lot of the conspiracy theories, like, some of them out there, you're like, what's the benefit? Like the chemtrail stuff?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, okay, these chemtrails, but what do they get out of the chemtrails? Like, what's their reward? Where's the money they're getting out of this? Or, you know, is it
Yeah, how is
eliminating
that
population and
benefiting
something, or what's the profit margin here?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, they generally don't have. I assume they claim that they're trying to make you sick or something, but
Yeah, I mean it's similar
yeah,
to
it
like the
seems like a
globist
long.
idea. It's like, why? How are they making? They're not
It
making
makes more
enough
sense
money
than the
to
globe.
con the entire planet. Like, if
Yeah,
there
to
was,
buy off all the fucking scientists and shit. Yeah, globe money is not that. Can't imagine.
I
They can
know
pay
there's one
off
in every first
all
grade
the
class. You know, every first grade classroom has a fucking
right.
globe, but it's not that fucking
Yeah,
impressive. You know, sales numbers every year. I'm sure it'd be billions of dollars that it would take to put on that kind of conspiracy.
yeah. No, the chemtrail one makes a because there are fucking rich people spouting that 90% of the that it kind of has a validity to it. It's not as absurd. It's not as nearly as absurd as the flat earthers and their fucking globe manufacturer conspiracy.
Yeah.
It's still plenty crazy. Don't get me wrong. It's fucking crazy too, but you could kind of make an argument for that because of the types of things that you've heard people like Bill Gates and that say.
Oh,
But yeah,
God.
flat earthers are fucking weird. Yeah.
Those are
Where
like
they
that's like
don't
the
even
one group I
understand the
genuinely don't really get off on contradicting and making fun of so much, because it's like I just kind of pity them. Like, man, they're really fucking dumb. Like,
Yeah,
like,
and plus, again, they're too far. If you buy into that conspiracy, like genuinely buy into that, I don't know that there's any way that you can be helped. Like, that's such a crazy fucking conspiracy theory.
yeah, it's so far out there
No,
that it's like,
yeah,
are
yeah,
you
but
even
you know what I
capable
mean.
of rational thought at this point?
Yeah, if you really believe globe manufacturers, first of all, apparently invented just for the hell of it, and then felt the need compelled to sell them to as many people as possible. So paid off everybody to, pretend the world is round.
God, I'm just trying to like
It's
picture that
actually
transaction
flat.
in my
Like,
head.
dude, come on.
Where the
Yeah,
glove manufacturers
yeah.
go to a scientist, they're like, "Look, man, I'm willing to give you $20,000 if you just say that the world is round." And the scientist going, "I mean, it is round. Like we already know it's round. Why are we having this discussion? Like, no,
Yeah, well, I'm
but
granting
you
the
gotta tell them it's round so we can make more money." And they're like, But there's no reason to lie. It's already round. Why are you talking? Like, why are you offering me money? Just like the confusion.
Yeah, well, no,
amazing.
I was thinking more of like if you're granting the premise that the world is actually flat. That's kind of
if the world is actually flat, yeah.
Yeah, if the world is actually flat, like why would globes be a thing? And why would globes manufacture?
But if the world was actually flat, wouldn't they just sell
people.
you like a disc? Or a square plate of some kind, like that was in a stand that would turn?
Yeah.
Or would have like a sun that turned around it or something? Like it would have like you could still make an equivalent item to a globe. Right? I mean, it seems like it wouldn't even be that hard to do. It would still be a thing that we would need. It just would be a different shape.
Yeah, do you remember? I think I shared. It was. I don't know if you posted or I did, but there was the one where the guy actually was showing them how their fucking to work. It's like, okay, so the sun would be here, and then it would have to speed up for this area and slow down for this area, and then speed up again over here, and like he actually went through how ridiculous, like how the system would have to work.
Oh,
which I
like
thought it was
the
pretty
physics
funny
of
that
it?
anybody
The
bothered
physics
to
of it,
do
because
that.
in order for the sunlight to be
Yeah.
steadily the way it is, it would have to,
Yeah.
because if it was, I think he's thinking it's like a square one, right?
Maybe because I think they claim it's like a round, like just a big
Round disc, like a big disc that we're on.
mountains. Well, the edges to keep the water in are like mountains.
Oh, so there's the mountains
that's
are
their
there
claim.
to keep the water from falling off of the world.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the claim.
That right there is
it's insane.
Fucking retarded.
It's fucking nuts.
Because here's the thing,
dude.
right? So like, if the water falls off the world, it's just gone, right? Like presumably it's gone into the void. We can never recover the water. So no matter how good the mountains are, eventually we would just run out of water.
Yeah.
Right? Because, like, you'd have to imagine, like, water always spills out of stuff eventually, and it wears through everything. Sooner or later, it's going to start poking holes in this mountain wall, and we're just going to run out of water because it's going to fucking pour off. Or do we get fresh water that's brand new from the void coming back to us or something?
Yeah. Well, from God, I would imagine.
Oh, okay.
God just magically replenishes it. Because I assume they're also very religious.
Oh,
if they're that gullible.
Okay. Yeah, because that just made zero fucking sense to me. Because I'm like, wouldn't you have to, like, that wouldn't work because it would just, the water would eventually just be all gone. You know, like. I don't know. Clearly,
I think
I'm
Professor Dave guy.
I'm being silly because they're obviously not smart enough to think these things through, or they wouldn't think that the world is flat.
Yeah, well, it's not even necessarily intelligence. It's they're too overly credulous. Because
they've already determined that it's a lie, so there's no way they're gonna even consider anything you say at that point. You're just
they're just overly
it's almost like a cult in that respect,
too,
isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, they're too close-minded and overly, like they've decided they believe reason or facts or whatever. I don't know if this is the actual one I was thinking of, but I remember watching this Professor Dave guy's videos. So I'm not sure if that's the one I was thinking of, where they actually broke down like no, this is the way flights work, because they'll claim shit like from like Chile to Australia because it's flat, and they're like, no, there are flights. Like, there are not a lot of them because there's not a lot of people that have to fly from Chile or Argentina to fucking Australia or whatever.
Yeah.
But they do exist, and they work the way they would on a fucking globe.
Yep.
So yeah, I'll have to watch that to see if that's actually the one that I was thinking of or not. But yeah, it was just pointing out like how the fucking which it's pretty funny that somebody bothered to do that. That bothered to like okay, if it was this would be how it has to work. That seems kind of wasteful too.
Well, I think there's a certain group of people that has this like sort of pity sort of thing going, where they're like, we want to like get these people back into like reality. We feel bad that they think this silly shit, and they think somehow that they can correct the wrong thinking if they just use the right combination of words, as if that's the problem.
Yeah,
you know, and it's like, no, these people are just fucking dumb. Like, I know what you're saying. Like, they understand like math and science and shit, but like,
I guess it's somewhat noble
it's a form
to try to
of stupidity to decide that a group of people is just wrong, even when you have the science to prove that they're not wrong.
Yeah, like it seems
like it's
wasteful.
Not like they're saying, hey, just take it on faith. God said so.
Yeah, because again, swayed by evidence. It's a noble thing, I guess. Stop believing the flat Earth nonsense, but again, if they could be swayed by fucking, facts and logic,
yeah,
they're not going to be flat earthers to begin with.
exactly. I think the problem is that they're just never going to be swayed, and there's no point in wasting your time trying to convince them, honestly.
Yeah. Oh God, this Professor Dave has made a lot of, like 5 or 6 videos he's made about the flat Earth, dude. Yeah, that's a lot of diminishing returns, I got to imagine. I feel like one video would be enough, and if it convinces people, great. If it changes the mind of a flat earthers, probably any one of those videos probably has facts that should be enough to sway them.
You would think, but not really. Sooner they just go. They've determined what the truth is, and they're not really willing to listen to anybody at that point.
Yeah,
you know what? It is like a religion in that respect, I suppose. If you think about it, like they just have faith that the Earth is flat, and it doesn't matter what you say. Their faith is gonna carry them through. I guess.
Yeah, it's an ideology.
Yeah, ideology. There's a good term.
Ideology. Yeah, and that's the danger with any ideology, whether it's political or whatever the fuck it is.
It'd be like
it's I think of critical thought.
I think you're very similar to me in the respect of you were more left-leaning for a long time when you were younger, and then as you got older, slowly you became more conservative. Definitely. And it'd be like if we were just like anybody that's a Republican is right no matter what. Like that would, so like we would trust things like Mitch McConnell and shit like that. Mitch McConnell's like, obviously he's a fucking snake. Like, no one should trust that pile of dog shit. But, it'd be like if we were dumb enough to say that would make this, the Republicanism that or our conservatism like an ideology, like.
Yeah, exactly. Where you're just like, you're not thinking critically about anything, and you're like, oh, what does our tribe think? What do you think? Okay. All right, I believe that.
Yeah, I think ideology is where you allow other people to make your decisions and do your thinking for you, and that's what makes it so unfortunate.
Yeah. Yeah, it's why when I was younger, I noticed I was starting to do that shit, and I wasn't actually putting any thought in it. I'm like, I'm not going to be on any. I don't want to fucking consider myself part of anyone's team.
That's probably how people because they get out of being conservatives. Like, if you think about it, that's probably what breaks people away from the left-wing party for the most part. As they get older, they get more used to, like, critical thinking, and they're like, oh, no.
Yeah. Or they have some kind of...
oh, no.
Like, wow, why didn't I put just a tiny bit of thought into this? Yeah, so if you have that epiphany of realizing, following along with the fucking herd, and you're not thinking about anything, critically, that's the kind of shit people take advantage of. So don't consider you're part of any fucking movement that's going to do your thinking for you.
Yep. Yep, always important to do your own thinking. Don't let other people fucking make the decisions for you.
Yeah.
It's like, I make myself look dumb enough. I don't need anybody to help me.
But I am at least thinking for myself.
Exactly. I'm important. More than happy to make my own.
I may still be a dumbass. Alright, I gotta check this guy's channel. I gotta see how much time this guy's wasted debunking flat earth bullshit.
Oh, God.
This is pretty funny.
Well, on the upside, at least it's easy to debunk. It's not like it's an uphill battle there. The problem is the people that need to be, like, have it proven to, them are just not going to believe you, so. Oh,
wow. This is one of the first comments, or the one that popped up under one of Professor Dave here, one of his videos. It says, if the Earth was really flat Earthers would think it was a globe.
Oh, that's true. I feel that. That feels right to me. That makes perfect sense.
Let's see. I'm hoping he has a playlist of just the flat Earth ones. Let's see. Flat Earth debunks. Yeah, there's 10 of them. He's made 10 fucking. He's made at least 10 flat Earth debunked videos. Stop it! I'm not playing with you. Don't start. Oh fuck! God damn it! Jesus. When my dog gets bored, when my grandpuppy gets bored, he will suddenly decide it's playtime.
Oh, okay, that's always good. Can't go wrong there. Oh man, my game just crashed on me. No. Okay, there's got to be something else besides flat earthers we've been in the chat here.
Calm down, puppy. All right, can you hear me now? Am I back?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I accidentally played one of the videos and it kind of kicked me out, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I might, I don't know if, how much of that you heard, but like my grandpuppy.
Oh, did you see the shot spotter?
When he gets bored enough.
Oh, your puppy? What about the puppy?
Yeah, no, he'll get, as soon as, at some point, like I'll have him out in the front yard for, sometimes a good 30, 40 minutes at a time. And there's a certain point where he's just too bored and he decides it's fucking play fight time. And he just won't stop, dude. He just keeps fucking coming. And I try to get mad, but
it's either going to be a play fight or it's going to be a
hilarious.
real fight. Your choice.
Yeah, and I'll be like, no, stop. But he keeps coming at it, and he's so fucking insistent. Like, he'll immediately start jumping back at me, like when I push him away. And it's too cute to like stay mad at him. So I fucking end up just fucking laughing.
Oh, fair enough.
And not making it stop. All I have to really do is stand up and take him inside, and it's fucking over.
Oh, yeah.
It takes a lot of time. Yeah, I don't know. But it's just funny the way he's so insistent, dude. He's like, nope, it's playtime. Like, I don't care what you're doing.
I
don't care what you're in the middle of.
This is what we're going to do right now.
Like, you made me sit here for a half an hour. I patrolled the neighborhood. Everything seems...
Yeah, everything seems like it should
fine. Be so now we're play fighting. It's that time. Boppers.
Oh, man. So, did you hear what happened in Chicago with the shot spotting technology? Basically, there's like a system they put in place in the bigger cities where it's like a bunch of sensors, and they can tell when gunshots have gone off and where. And so, apparently, the mayor has deemed them to be racist and is having them removed in like 6 months.
Wow.
Essentially, what it is over the course of a year, the shot spotting technology runs the taxpayers about $50 million. And that would look really nice in somebody's pocket. So they've claimed that it's racist and they need to get rid of them. You know who doesn't want them removed?
Yeah.
All the black communities.
Yeah, I was going to say, all the law-abiding citizens in the black communities.
Yeah, all the black communities are like, no, we need these. This is really important because it makes it faster for the police and for ambulances to get there, and then people, less people die. It's really good, Not only do less people die, but less people get away with the shootings as well, which is kind of nice.
Yeah. Well, in the mayor's defense, all those people in those communities clearly have internalized racism.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that's how that works. If it's not actually if the minority group or whatever is okay with something that you don't want them to be okay with, then it's internalized. Internalized misogyny for any women.
Oh, yeah. They're an Uncle Tom. They're internalized racism nonsense.
Yeah.
It's like, hear me out now, maybe not all people of the same races think alike.
Yeah.
Maybe just
It
because they're
turns out
black
it's
doesn't
not
mean they
a high
have to
five.
agree with you. It's you racist motherfucker. Like
Right.
the left
Yeah.
is so
No, I used
racist. Like
to.
black people can't get driver's licenses or IDs. They're too dumb. Like, all right, cool, bro. That's fucking weird, but you know.
Right. Yeah. Oh fuck. Yeah, like it used to be one of the things I claimed. I'm like, well, one of the only real advantages to being white nowadays seem to be not thinking about race all the time, the way like minorities must. Like
Yeah,
it's
you
not
would
often
think.
that you hear anyone refer to the white community the way they refer to the black community or the
Yeah.
Latino community or whatever.
Because weirdly,
Not a lot of
whenever
people
the
refer to the
Democrats are
white
talking about
community.
white people, they don't think of them as a brick of unified people because they're like, oh no, white people can think for
Yeah,
themselves.
yeah, we can't rope them in with this community nonsense. Works really well on the other colored folks, whatever the fuck they refer to those groups as in their fucking condescendingly racist minds.
Yeah, it's so sad.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think. Well, I think a lot of these groups are finally waking up to that. A lot of these, black people, Hispanic people, especially, are finally waking up to exactly what these allegedly tolerant white people actually view them as,
Yeah,
which is mainly really stupid and they can't think and they're good cheap labor. Like that seems to be. And that they're not capable of doing anything beyond picking your produce and cleaning your house.
yeah, that's the part that's super fucking bad. It's like, really? Like,
Yeah, I'm always
whenever they're
fascinated when
talking
they
about
actually say
immigrants, they're
so.
always like, oh yeah, we there's all sorts of like housekeeping and childcare. You're like, dude,
Yeah,
like,
it's fucked
what
up.
the fuck? You gonna tell them they're picking vegetables next? I mean,
They do say that shit.
yeah, it's
That's
crazy.
fucking. I'm like, wow. Like, oh, what do you guys want to do? Pick your own cotton? You want to pick your own vegetables? Like, wow, that's all you think they're good for, huh? And you're not racist? Is that what you're claiming? You're not
It's
racist?
like, but I'm the racist one because I want people to be hired based on merit and merit alone.
Yeah, and only be allowed to come into the country legally. Yeah, we're the racist ones.
Yep.
Yeah, to think that those people or their kids might grow up to be scientists or fucking, higher level shit.
Yep. Sad. So fucking sad, man. I wish these people
Yeah, that
had a little
weird-
more idea of the way that these groups think about them, because, like, I mean, we have a president in office right now who's supposedly backed by the black community, who used to use the N-word regularly on the floor of the Senate. You know,
Yeah,
it's
didn't
like,
he? I thought I had heard something that he had. I can't remember if it was a wedding or a funeral or what, but it was like a KKK member. I think their funeral that he like presided. Biden once presided over like a KKK member's funeral.
Yep.
That was just
Probably.
quite a long time ago.
Would
But
not,
yeah, well, again,
would not surprise me in the slightest.
yeah, well, what he said on the fucking Breakfast Club, the whole, if you're not going to vote for me, you ain't black. Like, he said that out loud. To Charlemagne, the God. Who's a fucking useful idiot if there ever
You
was
ain't
one,
voting
but...
for me, you ain't black. It was just like, wow.
Yeah, he fucking said that, dude. Like, what the fuck,
And
man?
Charlemagne didn't punch him in the mouth.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it was that, he wasn't actually in the same room. It was like a video feed or whatever, but yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, like that didn't
Oh,
bother
Biden
him
wouldn't
at
want to
all.
be in
He
the
was just
room
like,
with the
well, I just
guy.
wanna
That's
pick my
not
mind.
safe. That's a bad plan.
Yeah. You can't have the president in with a black guy in the same room. Are
What
you
if
crazy?
he attacks him? Oh, no.
Yeah. But yeah, I was like, how was that not infuriating, dude? I don't know. But whatever. Like, well, we know you just think you're entitled to our votes. That's fucking great.
Yeah, just, you know. You don't think for yourselves. You just want to vote as a block because I want you to.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, we'll give you free shit, basically.
Yep. It's not even really
Where
free.
Was the place?
It's, you know.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, dude.
At the end of the day, it's coming out of their own pockets. Like their
support
for Biden is costing them far more money than they'll ever get in programs.
Yeah.
It's like part of the reason their money is worth so little is because of the bunch of people crossing the border freely. Like, and the main problem, like, what's interesting is the child trafficking is like the main problem of that one for me.
Yeah. And again, the powers that be that are signing off on this bullshit, that has got to be, I would imagine, their
well,
main
the way the system is set up
right
now, it's very clearly intentionally siding with the human traffickers and intended to benefit them. Like, there's no way it could be anything else other than intentional, because we used to do DNA tests, and if there was no DNA match, then we didn't let them take the kids. Right? But they're sending kids to the border now with just like notes. Oh yeah, deliver to this address, you know? And it's like, well, are they related to any of the people there? Is that their family? Or did you just fucking kidnap a child and strap a note to them and send them to the border? Which is probably what's happening with most of these children.
Yeah, no, it makes a lot of sense, because again, again, especially if you're in the country illegally, shit happens to your kid, are you going to report them? Or are you going to fucking just have to take it?
These kids aren't even coming over here with their families. They're just being sent to the border alone with no family, no other adults at all. It's literally they're just sending children to the border with a fucking note saying delivered at Main Street in Texas or something. You know?
Yeah,
it's crazy.
So there's those, And I would imagine if you're one of those people and you don't get to get one direct like that.
Yep.
There's also fucking people that are going to be hesitant to go to the authorities even if you do abuse their kids.
Oh yeah, true.
Because they're in here illegally. So yeah, it's the ones that are literally just like, here, cross with this guy, pretend he's your father or something.
The police are forced into a position where like they literally have to deliver these children to rapists and child traffickers. Like they literally do deliver them to these addresses. Like, it's so shady. It's like, how sad is that like this is supposed to be like the best country ever, blah blah blah, but then like, human trafficking is going on and we're like, oh well, we'll take part, it's cool, we'll make sure they get to
I don't want to lose my job. Yeah. I don't know. Anyone who fucking craves power
should not be allowed to have it.
Is going to generally, is generally going to have evil intentions and going to be fucking evil.
I wouldn't mind power, but my evil intentions are not as much like theirs.
Yeah, I don't want to abuse kids, molest kids or fucking kill people.
Oh, there's people I want to kill. Child molesters, rapists.
Yeah.
And I'll openly say that I'd love to kill those people. I think they deserve death.
That's fair. Yeah, like it's kind of I wouldn't mind a one strike you're out policy there.
Yeah,
because those people are.
I don't really see a reason to not execute offenders like that.
Yeah, dude. Well, yeah, because again, I mean, is there a cure for that?
The recidivism rate is through the roof, man. As far as I'm aware, there's
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, there's no real cure for it. You can stop. You can deter them from offending, but they're going to have the desire for them to do it is never going away, right?
Well, here's my problem.
So,
it's
yeah,
not that they have the desire; it's that they've already acted on it once. So,
yeah, that's
the
what I'm
odds
saying.
of them acting on it again are just way too high.
Yeah, and again, I have all the compassion in the world for anyone who is born with that desire that never acts on it.
Yeah. Oh, fair enough.
Like, that's a horrible thing to be fucking saddled with. But yeah, once you offend, fuck you. You're done, dude.
Yep. Agree.
It's one strike, you're out.
100% agree with that one.
Because, yeah, again, I can't imagine anyone choosing that as their fucking preference to want to fuck kids.
Yeah, it is kind of weird. Like, all the traits that make us horny are gone. Like, they're not there yet.
Yeah.
Because, you think of, like, things that turn people on are, like, boobs and butts and hips and stuff like that for, guys, and for girls it's, like, arms and shoulders and, the face and stuff like that, the masculine structures of the face, and it's like, like, that stuff isn't there in little kids. They haven't developed. Like, they're lacking in all of those traits that would normally be attractive.
Yeah, it doesn't. So yeah, again, I really have compassion for anybody who's afflicted with that. Just by an accident or quirk of fucking birth, they happen to be attracted to that. It's fucked up. But it's wrong. It's fucking horrible.
Yeah,
how badly it scars kids.
It's pretty impossible to pretend you don't understand that it's going to harm children to act out on those urges.
Yeah. So, no compassion for anybody who actually fucking acts on it.
None.
That's where my compassion stops, dude.
So, and I think that's what they're afraid of is, the majority of the left wing, I think, has prurient interests in that area and would rather not go to jail
it seems like every 6 months or so, they seem to try to normalize it. They seem to, like, put out feelers and try to put out shit to, like try to
are you guys okay with pedos now?
And they should be allowed to fuck kids. Like, it's fucking weird.
Yeah, the people, age is just weird. A number.
Most of the politicians
every time I hear that one, it makes me fucking want to slap the shit out of somebody.
Dude, it's so fucking disgusting.
Age is just a number. Shut your fucking disgusting mouth, you pedo. Fuck.
Yeah.
There, you know what? I would be fine with executing the people that are like, well, age is just a number. In reference to children.
Yeah.
I'm fine with the people that are like 60 years old being like, age is just a number. I won't let it stop me. That's a whole different thing.
Yeah. When you're talking about fucking kids, that's
when we
a
cross
different
that
kind
line.
of. Yeah. That's when you can die. Yeah, if you fucking have any intention of acting on it, let's go ahead and. I'm not averse to a Minority Report situation there. If you've never done it, but you're talking about how it's okay to do it, you could probably fucking die too.
It's a reasonable expectation that you're likely to engage in that
before
behavior.
You offend.
If you're talking about why it's shouldn't be illegal, like clearly we have a problem.
Yeah, remember Amos Yee?
Oh, wasn't he like a fucking pedophile?
The guy from like.
Did he turn out to be a pedophile?
Yeah. Because for the longest time, I thought he was just being like an edgy fucking asshole, but it turned out no, he was really a fucking babies can consent fucking sicko, dude.
Babies can consent? Wow. There's crossing a line, and then there's like going and just dancing over the line, like being like, I'm not crossing the line.
Well,
I lit the line on fire,
fucking...
motherfucker. Like, Jesus Christ, buddy.
That's why for a longest time I thought he was just fucking being an edgy boy. You know what I mean? Like just claiming crazy shit to be edgy. But then apparently some shit turned up that he was actually serious. And he wasn't just fucking, trying to get attention or whatever the fuck. And I think he's in the country. I don't know if he still is, but I think he made it to America. Because initially, well, because initially he got like his initial fame was because he was shit talking whatever country he's from, Singapore, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, he was arrested for talking shit about the Singapore government or something like that. Yeah. So again, he got some goodwill from that, and then he it turned out to be a genuine fucking pedo.
Yeah, that was the whole thing was nutty.
He made it into fucking.
It's very entertaining to see some of the wacky bullshit that goes on in these communities, these anti-SJW anti-woke communities, because you can see like there's
it was
there's a lot of really good people, but there's also a lot of like people that are hoping no one will really pay that much attention.
Yeah, it turns out they're only slightly less crazy than the people they're fucking criticizing.
Yep. Like, what was that, Ethan or whatever?
Yeah, no, that whole fucking
guy, him and his wife turned out to be super woke.
Yeah, that whole fucking thing, the skeptic community back in the day, yeah, that all turned out to be incredibly disheartening. You realize these people were
and the number of just dumb shit they would get into it over. Where, like, this guy's fucking talking in his secret Discord with his friends and making fun of me and all this other shit, and you're like, oh my god, who cares? Like, Jesus Christ, why are you paying attention to this person in the first place?
Yeah, the people that were like, no, doxing's all bad, but no, when they do it, it's a, then it's good.
Yeah.
So it was the same shit. Fucking,
there was a fucking story that reminds me of a story. Actually, was there was a teacher who's super woke who got fired for her Twitter, or not her Twitter, her TikTok. That's what it was, the TikTok. And I was like, man, I hate that I have to be like in defense of that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it's like she wasn't doing them in the classroom. She, if she was, then reasonable to fire her for sure. But like, as far as I know, she was just doing them at home and had a TikTok on her time off, and it's like, then man, you gotta let her do her thing and just fucking. She gets to say what she wants as much as it sucks and as much as you don't like it, and much as it might be creepy.
Yeah.
She's not getting paid.
If it's not involving the fucking
she shouldn't
school.
have to be restricted from what she does and says and how she acts. It's like, that's kind of dumb.
Yeah, those are the ones where you're like, fuck you for making me have to defend this bitch.
Yeah. But I saw a bunch of people trashing her and making fun of her, and I'm like, but she shouldn't have been fired. Like, that's not fair. That's not reasonable.
Yeah,
I mean, her personality alone is enough to make me want her to be fired, because I don't think she should be around children.
Right.
But
yeah, firing her for TikTok shit is, yeah.
If you're gonna fire her for something that she did do. Not something that's a reasonable thing that almost because everybody has a certain level of social media at this point.
Stay. Sorry, my dog saw a fucking bird. He's ready to bolt after it. Stay, puppy. But yeah, no, remember that bitch that outed Aziz Ansari, like claiming he was a sex pest or whatever, a predator, offender, whatever the fuck. And then you hear the story, and she's like, yeah, well, I blew him, but then he was doing this other stuff. And they're like, what do you fucking mean?
Yeah, like you were already sucking his dick. Why wouldn't he think that this was cool?
Yeah, it was like, fuck you for making me defend Aziz Ansari.
Yeah, the guy's already lack of comedy is bad enough, and now I gotta his awkward dating habits. I thought that was so sad because that dude got dragged for nothing.
Yeah,
his whole fucking life got dragged and microscoped because some bitch said some nonsense.
Yeah. You hear the story and you're like, what the fuck? Why are you bringing this up, dude?
Exactly.
It would have been far better if you had not mentioned any details. But yeah, now
it
you're
made
talking
her
about
look terrible. Like,
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it kind of ruined. Well, she didn't have anything to ruin, I don't think, really. But yeah, it definitely ruined
it's
fucking
not like she had
Ansari.
some sort of important reputation, but it was like, clearly, you know, of the two of them, sadly, he was the better person.
Yeah, yeah. It turns out the behavior wasn't really unreasonable considering your actions.
Yep.
Considering her actions, it was not all that fucking unreasonable.
Yeah, if some chick's blowing you and you grab her tit, like, I mean, is that, it's kind of expected,
Yeah,
you know? Like,
yeah, yeah.
I'm
And
gonna
especially if you're not bothering to
grab her
say
titty
no
and then
in
I'm
any
gonna put it in my
way.
mouth and I'm gonna fucking gargle it, you know? Just fucking really, like,
Yeah.
of course.
But yeah, I never said no in any way at all, even close. But yeah,
But I
after
stiffened.
the fact, I decided I didn't want that, even though I didn't express that at all, and my actions indicated I was fine with it. But no, he's got to be canceled.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So yeah, that's some bullshit.
Yep, I hate having to defend people that are bad people.
Yeah, having to defend shitty people because again, what they're being a fucking blamed for or whatever is bullshit. Is not the greatest position to be in. Ah, fuck. This guy really didn't do anything wrong here. He's such an asshole. Alright, I'll say he's okay in this situation. I still don't like the guy, but fuck.
Man. The world is in a shambles.
Yep. It's getting more and more absurd, man. Like it's hard to be shocked by anything anymore. I think that's the most frustrating thing.
Yeah.
It's like some crazy shit happens and you're like, I'm not really that surprised. I wish I was. 10 years ago I would have been fucking shocked. But now I'm like, of course this happened.
Yeah,
whatever.
really? Why would you even question that? We're rolling into 5 o'clock now, so I'll bring it back to the lady that tried to take her kid to the fucking vet, and it's like, man, I wish I knew what was real and what wasn't anymore.
Yeah, if that was actually true. If she actually bothered, like, taking a kid to the vet at all is insane, right?
Oh, God. You know what? Okay, I could see if you're like in a small town, there's no doctor, your kid's bleeding real bad, and you're like, let's go to the vet, maybe he can do stitches just to, like, not let him, like, keep my kid from dying.
Yeah.
And I think in that case, you'd probably...
Before I can get him to hospital.
I think in that case, you'd probably get the vet would be like, I will, but, like, you're going to have to sign this document and, like, release me from liability. Yeah. But, yeah, absolutely. You know?
Yeah, I'm not going to refuse to do it because he's not the cat he claims to be. He's obviously bleeding out, and I'll stop that. But then you need to get him on the way to a fucking hospital.
Well, I wasn't even talking about like, the cat part at that point. I was just saying, like, you know... As a human being, he would see this child bleeding and be like, okay, I will treat this child because, you know.
Yeah, I definitely know how to stitch up wounds, so I will do this.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts, dude. But yeah, if they were just like, hey, my cat kid needs a checkup. He thinks he's a cat, so fucking give him a checkup. Yeah, that's fucking insane.
God, can you imagine? You'd be a fly on the wall for that conversation.
I would be looking around for hidden cameras. I'm like, who's punking me here? Like,
Bob,
there's no way this is real.
The fucking Bob from the other fucking veterinary clinic. He's always fucking with us.
Who put you up to this? It was Bob, wasn't it? Who? No, my kid thinks he's a cat. Give him a checkup, you bigot.
Yeah.
You speciesist.
Son of a bitch. That is such a riot, man. I wish I could have been a fly on the wall for that one, though.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Did you see that video? Okay, real quick, I know we're pretty much done, but did you see the video Charlie just put out about the fucking mom who was bitching that she had to go get her kid from school because he was throwing up, and it was cutting into her getting laid time.
Oh wow,
Did you see that video?
Fucked. Poor
Yeah,
kid.
yeah. She literally fucking filmed a thing about how she was pissed off that she had to go get her kid from school instead of getting dick down. Yeah, I'll share it, dude. I'll post it. But yeah, it was fucking. I felt really bad for that kid. I'm like, who the? Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I should probably end it there.
Yeah, fair
Nobody's
enough.
watching, so bye bye. All the no